You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller and the whole Zone Sports team as we bring you Week 3 high school football action here on the Zone. Tonight, we are in Minford as the mighty Minford Falcons host the West Senators for our game of the week. On the camera tonight, we have Mary Millay, we have Anissa Blankenship, and we have Andy Millay in the director's chair. I'm Chuck Jones again with Jay Miller. Hey, Jay.
Hey.
What are we doing?
Oh, we're just sitting here on a beautiful evening for football.
Is it not?
Is this football weather or what?
I'm telling you what.
Wow.
Last week it was starting to cool down a little bit.
It was.
Tonight we get a little bit earlier.
It feels nice.
Next week we'll have the parkas on.
we probably will. You're right. You're right. We'll be Eskimos here before long.
That's it.
I hope there's no rain in the forecast. I feel like it's been rain like all day, but we haven't had a drop, so I hope we continue with that.
That's it. Well, first on the agenda, I want to thank McDonald's for all they do. Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm loving it.
That's it. We always love McDonald's. They are our pre- and post-game sponsors throughout our sports seasons over the years. A big thanks to them and all they do for our area. So if you get a chance, get in there. You hear me talk every week about sweet tea. Mm-hmm. I can't get enough of McDonald's sweet tea.
You got to pee right now, don't you?
Dude, I'm telling you. McDonald's sweet tea. And this is bad. I spent so many years in the Army down south where, before sweet tea really became a thing up here. And I'm like, okay, I want the tea so sweet that I can feel the diabetes starting in my body.
Oh, my goodness.
It's just coming in. It's so sweet.
Nice.
But anyway, like I say, thanks to McDonald's for all they do for us week in and week out throughout football and basketball season. Tonight we have the Senators versus the Falcons as the Falcons host it. And what can you tell us about the lineups, Jay?
Well, we have both teams are 1-1 coming into this, and they're both 0-1 in the SOC. West took one on the chin last week at Waverly, and Minford lost to Wheelersburg. They doubled up their score 42-21. Interestingly enough, 21-7 was the halftime score, so literally they doubled up the score in the second half. So, it wasn't a tale of two different halves. It was much the same. Minford had issues last week with key penalties in very pivotal situations, and that kind of hamstrung them. Mm-hmm. I think they're a better team than what that score would indicate. And the biggest factor that Minford has at this point in time is they have a very young offensive line. As you hear the names that we talk about today, a lot of these names are going to sound really familiar to you. Vogelsong Lewis, Reisner, these are all guys that tore it up last year. They returned.
They did.
But very few of those offensive linemen are guys from last year. They got a lot of fresh faces up front, and they're still learning the ropes. They had a COVID case here in August. And because of the COVID case, they were shut down for 12 practice days. They literally had 2 practices before their first game.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So the day before their first game was the first day they went full pads.
So talk about coming in cold.
Yeah. And they looked it. They didn't look very good in scrimmage. And then,
It's a difficult season for everybody.
Right. What happened there with Washington Courthouse happened. They were able to get a 26-25 win out of that, but it did look real good at times. And then when they played Wheelersburg last week, they actually looked very good up front.
Really?
Those offensive linemen really started to mature and feel the need, even though, again, the score doesn't indicate how well they played. They lost last week to Wheelersburg. They're still stinging a little bit. They want some retribution. And West is a team they beat last year pretty bad. 34-14 was that final score. And total offense, 279 to 188. Not that lopsided, but big plays by Vogelsong Lewis, who returns. 85 yards passing. He had a 24-yard touchdown to Tim Walk, who also returns. And if you remember that pass reception, it was a jump ball in the end zone. The Walk climbed up the ladder and and brought back down. Ty Wiggett graduated from this Minford Falcons team. He had 113 yards and 3 touchdowns. Big loss there, but they've got Matthew Reisner returning with Vogelsong in that backfield, along with a few other kids, Drew Skaggs and some kids we'll talk about, that make this Minford team scary. Offensively for West, they lose a lot of kids. William Journey, 1,000-yard runner. Joe Igaz, he's playing college at University of Cumberland right now.
Yep.
a lot of kids that they lost out of there. Seniors, back to my list here, looking at all these guys that were mentioned, but they lost a lot. They lost 7 starters on defense, and I believe it was 5 or 6 on offense. So they're really starting over at West. And before we tick off here, they also lost Coach Danny McDavid.
Oh, wow.
Assistant Coach McDavid passed away this past year, not that long ago. Heartfelt out to him. I coached with him at Green. He was the head coach. I was one of his assistants. And we had back-to-back undefeated seasons up there for the Bobcats under his direction. And he was always a cool guy. And these kids warmed up, each of them in an orange shirt with black lettering. And on the back it said, "Always look cool, Coach McDavid." That was one of his lines.
Was it?
That's special. It almost makes you want to tear up.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So West comes into this game, Minford highly favored. But, a little bit of me says, come on, Senators, get one for him.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Tough coming in with that loss, but 1-1 coming in equal records. Let's see what happens.
Well, it's going to be a big game tonight. As we said, SOC match. Here we got the kickoff coming. Low and short.
That's Hazel Baker with the kick. He is the place kicker.
Only about 5 yards on that.
So Sissel is on the tackle there, number 23. I didn't catch the runner for Minford.
Yeah.
So Minford coming out on offense. Let's look at their offensive starters.
1st and 10 on the 33.
We already mentioned Vogelsong Lewis. He's a senior. Running back, Jeffrey Pika.
We got some flags on the field.
And a little sideline story with that. Jeff Pika is the principal superintendent now.
Yep.
Here at Minford.
That's
you know
true.
Which? Is he principal or superintendent?
Well, I know he was the principal. He might be the superintendent now.
I'm not sure. People tend to move up. At any rate, I spoke to him a little bit down there, and Jeff Pika, he was the coach at Bloom Carroll for 4 years and several different high schools up in that area. And stopped right there at the 30-yard line. Nothing there, and the Senators fired up.
2nd and 13 as they lose a few.
That's going to be Potter on the tackle. Well, here's the interesting part of that. Pika, when he coached at Bloom Carroll, coached against a Hall of Fame coach at Liberty Union.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame this year, or was last year, I should say. And his name was Dan Johnson. Coach Johnson, Wes Ben Johnson's dad.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
small
crazy,
world, isn't
it? Yeah.
Small world.
Jay, I smell popcorn.
I do. He smells pretty good. You know what? Go with that.
Who knows?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
So yeah, Dan Johnson.
McDonald's maybe needs to add popcorn to their menu.
You know what? They could. Why not?
Popcorn.
Vogelsong Lewis. He's going to roll out to the left and throw it up in the air. High.
And
it hit him in the hands, and he wasn't able to get to it. 27 there for.
Looked like he had it there for a second.
Yeah, 27. Looking for that Brandon Anderson for West. Kind of got within him and the ball, and he wasn't able to get it down. So Drew Skaggs, usually very sure-handed, unable to reel that one in. I like what he did. He extended his hands out to the ball. He didn't let it come to his body. He just wasn't able to squeeze it.
That's it.
So 4th and about 12 now, puts them in punt position. The long snapper for Minford.
There it is.
Here's the snap.
Pa-boom.
That's
It's
going to be
high.
Reisner.
It is high all the way back to about the 27. And they take him there and take him back.
Taken down right there. That's number 19.
No gain as he connects with it at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Brandon Anderson and Hunter Brown was back there. That was Anderson. Skaggs on the tackle, and Drew Skaggs was the long snapper. Snapping back there to Reisner.
Well, it looks like they're going to put that at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, so pretty good field position here for West starting out and doing a good job right off the bat stopping Minford's offense. That Minford offense, they are daunting.
Well, you know, Vogelsong,
they
Lewis,
have a lot of
and
speed. Reisner.
I mean, those two are just, they're speed demons.
Speed demons, absolutely. Mitchell Irwin at the quarterback. Hand straight up the middle. Wow, nobody home until the safety gets to him.
Safety was right in his path.
So that's
Number
Devin
15,
Parker
yeah.
who steps up and makes the tackle, but my goodness, Hunter Brown, nobody in the center of that field.
No.
Good blocking up front there. So big first down right there by Hunter Brown, who replaces William Journey in that lineup.
So from the 24 all the way up to the 36, gain of about 12.
Brown again to the right side and another lengthy gain. He's going to pick up about 8.
He's got some weight behind him, you know?
Yeah, well, he hits the hole quick and hard. He's ready for that collision there at the line of scrimmage.
He is.
And thus far, that offensive line for West doing a good job of moving some bodies around. He's
are.
not getting any contact there at the line of scrimmage. So getting to that second level very quickly. I gave him 8 yards. They gave him 6. Theirs counts. Mine don't.
Well, you know.
So there you go. Fullback for West,
they rarely
Ryan
take
Sissel.
Our advice, you know?
They never do. I don't think they can hear us.
That's
what
probably it.
Otherwise,
well,
they would.
By the time they hear us, it's late.
Yeah, yeah. Game's over.
Oh.
Rolling out to the right, this up in the air.
And they connect.
And it's a similar kind of pass, just the ball was a little bit lower. And coming down with that, number 13, and I'm going to have to look for it. Cole Tipton is the name. Thank you, PA guy. So he comes down with a pretty good catch right there. And the difference between the two, he was between the defender and the ball, not the other way around. And that's how this that last possession ended. So Hunter Brown going over the left side. They roll out to the right, get those linebackers flushed out, and find the receiver, Tipton.
They have quite a few seniors on their team tonight.
1st and 10. Left side. Brown again. This time he runs into somebody and gets ridden forward, and he'll pick up about 5 or 6 there. Wingback for West, concluding with their starting lineup, Jeffrey Bishop. He's a freshman. Luke Bradford, a senior, well aware of his name. He's played some quarterback. Tight end is Andrew Jones. He's a senior, but it's the first year that he's played football. He's a basketball player, 6'5", 220 pounds, so pretty good target there at that tight end position. Mitchell looking over the left side, going through his progressions.
Oh!
This is picked off. That's Reisner in the middle of the field. He might have some running room. He's grappled down right there just past the 20-yard line. So big interception there by Matthew Reisner.
Man, that is a big, big play right there. 8 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in this first quarter as the Falcons get a chance to go again. You know, just looking over the roster, both teams have 10 seniors on it.
They do, yeah. They've got quite a few seniors.
So that's actually just some leadership there. A lot of juniors.
Now West, they don't start a lot of seniors. If you look at their offense, sophomore, senior, sophomore, freshman, senior, sophomore, and a junior in there. So they've got half of that offensive lineup is younger sophomores, and around the end there, pretty quick to get there. That's Elijah Vogelsong Lewis. And the wind's trying to pick up a wee bit.
It is picking up a little bit.
Lewis this year leads the Falcons in rushing, 122 yards. He averages 3.7 yards per carry, and he has 2 touchdowns.
Awesome.
As a quarterback, 31 completions with 552 yards.
Uh-oh. They caught him before he hit the line.
Yeah. Nice job there with penetration.
So 2nd and 1.
Ryan Sissel up the middle doing a good job there.
That's it.
Stopgap.
Happens quick.
It does.
So 2nd and 1 now turns into 3rd and 3 on the 31.
Those starters, and I've got the offensive line to do for West when they get the ball back. But starters again, Pika, Drew Skaggs at wide receiver, Matthew Reisner is in the slot. However, Matthew Reisner is all over the field, and they take advantage of situations where they put him. Thrown over the middle,
they're going to give it to him?
Pretty good catch there on his knees. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. So Drew Skaggs down on his knees to snatch that one up and move the sticks. Pretty good catch there.
Sure was.
A little low throw there, but he was on the run to his left. That's a tough throw to actually execute.
Yeah, it is. We've talked about that before.
Sure. So Reisner, West coach Ben Johnson talked about him, said, how good he is, and he said they give him the ball a lot. They'll put him in the slot. They'll put him in the backfield. They'll split him out. And wherever he is, we know there's a good tendency that he's going to get the ball.
Yeah.
So that should give it away a little bit, but he's just so talented, it's tough to do. Again, to Reisner, and look at the catch.
Yep.
Hits him right in the hands, and he's down.
Yeah. Well, he caught it over his head.
Yeah, he caught that.
And, he took the hit right there in the solar plex, looked like.
Yeah, number 9 there, Luke Bradford. He hit him right there in the chest. That was a good shot. He's probably just out of air, but we'll find out as we go to break.
That's it.
We'll come back and let you know.
Desco. We believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. Looks like he got up there.
Yep.
Moving around, so everything's turning out okay. As Vogelsong Lewis puts his helmet back on.
Yep. Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. I think he just probably got the wind knocked out of him.
Well, he couldn't protect himself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was catching the ball. He was doing his job.
Yeah. So 2nd and 7 now. That spread offense that Minford likes to run. Single set back.
Little sneak there.
Fake to Pika. He's going to keep it around the other side. So basically that quarterback counter that we see a lot of, we saw it a lot last week.
Yep.
And those double wing, single wing offenses that Northwest and Notre Dame ran.
Mm-hmm. So 3rd down, 2 to go. Ball on the 48 as we have about 6:15 left to go in this first quarter.
Also playing in the slot, you'll see Devin Parker out there.
Uh-oh.
Vogelsong Lewis out to his
He's
left.
Gotta go. And he connects.
Yeah, just a little teardrop in there
what?
to Reisner. And I'll tell you what, defensively, you don't come off Reisner.
No, you don't.
You don't.
But you know what? That was Vogelsong Lewis, right?
Yep.
I mean, he
Rolling
is
out.
so good at just thinking on his feet.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to give him credit because he's hitting a lot of pressure.
Sure.
Well,
and what they like to do with him is roll him out and then make the West defense or whoever they're playing like move with him and step up.
Mm-hmm.
And when he steps up, he can throw it over their heads to an open receiver.
That's it.
You're manipulating the defense that way.
Yeah. And he's so fast.
Just a quick step drop and just off the hands of Skaggs. That's just a little bit wide. We were talking too nice about him.
Well,
it'll off
happen.
the mark on
it'll
that
happen.
one. Yeah. The rest of that offensive line, most of these guys are new. Seth Simpson is your only returning starter from last year's offensive line, and that has made a difference so far. The rest of your starters today, Hunter Pendleton at the other tackle, Hayden Hinthorn is at the left guard, Jacob Atkins is the right guard, and your center is Tate Walker.
Yeah.
Much improved offensive line. They're getting better week by week. And then a little flip there to the left side. Reisner always knows where to be.
He does.
Reisner is always accessible. And Vogelsong Lewis is running around making plays.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. I told Coach Ruby today I was really looking forward to this game. Both teams. I want to see what West had coming back, and I just love to watch Vogelsong Lewis and Reisner play.
I tell you what, they are good. They are good players.
Lightning in a bottle.
Mm-hmm. So they move the sticks quite a ways. Now 1st and 10, ball on the 22, as they are getting within striking distance of drawing the first blood here.
Absolutely. Got to the spread. This time they're going to hand it up the middle, and that's going to go to Jeffrey Pika.
Looks like he picks up about 3.
Pika's a freshman.
Is he really?
Now look at his build. Does he look like a freshman?
No, he does not.
He is a solid-looking young man for a freshman. And you
know
know the pedigree. His dad's a big man,
yeah.
and he's a coach.
You're right.
You know, so this is something that this young man's been groomed to play, and he looks the part.
Well, it says he's weighing in. He's 5'8" and weighing in at 190.
Mm-hmm. Solid.
Yeah.
Solid and fast.
Yeah.
I
wasn't 190 when I left for the Army.
I wasn't 190 when I graduated high school. I'll tell you what. Now I don't remember what 190 felt like.
Yeah, that's it.
Complete pass to the left side. That's going to be Drew Skaggs.
Did you see that
Makes the first one miss. Yeah, that Sissel that was kind of trying to keep him in front of him and lost him.
Yeah.
And Skaggs does a good job of getting out of bounds there on the left side, but it took 4 guys.
He made it all the way to the left and all the way to the right and then back to the left again, and still got the almost a first down out of it.
That's great footwork, and you know that's a lot of that's coaching too. They do a lot of drills, you know, to get these kids into positions where they can use the skills that they have. And Drew Skaggs has quick feet, also a basketball player.
Yeah.
So these are great athletes out here. He is standing there on the left side.
Little fake
Short
going
split.
around the right.
He's going to go inside and block for Vogelsong Lewis, who almost gets in.
Looks like he may have made it to the 1.
I was watching Drew Skaggs there on the left side, and I noticed that he was in a little bit, and he was in just to block that defensive end.
That's it.
And that freed up Vogelsong. That was a good play there on the left side.
Looks like they're gonna put him at the 3.
Yep. So 1st and goal from the 3, and this is tough. Now they had some turnover issues, and they had some penalty issues last week. Let's see if they can break that mold. Pika behind Vogelsong Lewis. He's going to throw left and incomplete pass. Thought he had it.
Yeah.
But again, looking for Skaggs. Guys on the right side is like, hey, what about me? That's quite a few passes there on the left side looking for Drew Skaggs.
You know, I glanced down here at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is Timmy Walk.
Timmy Walk, yep.
I tell you what, he really reminds me of Tanner Holden looking out there.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
I mean,
tall,
just
slender young man.
Slender, yeah, really slender.
Incomplete pass there for Reisner, and that's number 12, I believe, that was on the defense. Ashton Kleiber, he's a junior.
3rd and 3 to go still.
Defensively for West, Trenton Fike and Rhett Eastep up front. Eli Tilley and Carl the Hammer Howard at defensive ends.
Oh, I like that. Carl the Hammer
Carl the
Howard.
Hammer. He was a linebacker last year.
Yeah.
And moved him. Vogelsong Lewis, man, he almost gets out of trouble there, but he's not able to do it. Brought down there in the backfield, loss of yardage there. And that's Ryan Sissel again with the big hit.
Yep.
And what a key play. That puts them in position where they need to kick this. They had 1st and goal from the 3, and now we go back to some of the things that was happening against Willersburg where they're shooting themselves in the foot once they get down there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, West has really stepped up the defense for these last 3 plays.
And a big part of that is the offensive line replacing a lot of those kids up front, and you know you're starting to see kids get into the gaps there and get into the backfield. They really shook it up there. And now we got a flag. Not enough to extend the drive, but it'll put them closer.
It's on the Senators.
Mm-hmm. That'll put them at the 2 or 3. Do you go here?
I would.
Coach is saying no.
Really?
Yeah, he said kick it. I believe that's Gaines down there, Gary Gaines. Assistant coach who waved him on. That might be Tyler Gaines. I don't see Gary Gaines on here. I bet it's Tyler. Gosh, these kids grow up.
Yeah, they do.
So the kick, Reisner. And it's blocked.
It sure is.
No good. And they forgot that's a live ball.
Yeah.
Instead of like, instead of picking that up and going the other way, Brandon Anderson could have picked that up. You know, he was celebrating.
Yeah.
So again, got right through that offensive line. They're probably going to have to start going foot-to-foot splits.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because those gaps are just they're very permeable.
Well, like I say,
point.
the way they're rushing the line, that's the whole reason I would have just went for the touchdown.
Wow.
Because they're storming it too easy.
Big turn of events. Minford had it right down there. Got to be very disappointing for Coach Jesse Ruby. 1-1, 0-1 for the SOC this year. Little counter to the right side. That's going to be Hunter Brown. He's going to take it down to the 40-yard line, maybe a step short. No, they're going to give him that forward progress right there at the line, and another first down. West moving the ball really as well or better than Minford.
Yep.
The problem is they went to the air in that last possession. Well, should have kept it on the ground, huh?
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, they're making a lot of hay there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they can do here. Move the sticks really quick and put them in great field position now.
1st and 10 on the 40. Just a little under 3 minutes left to go in the first period.
Got an I formation, slot to the right side. Looked like that right tackle was in the backfield. That's going to be Hunter Brown.
Boy, they're pushing some
over
yards,
the side.
You know?
Looking at number 57 there for West. He looked like he lined up in the backfield. And that's Carl Howard, the Hammer. Had him in government class last year.
Ah.
He's a character. He's a good boy. I like him. I miss seeing him now in these COVID days. You know, you don't get to see your kids like you did before. Lose a lot of those relationships. But look at that right tackle, how far back he is.
Mm-hmm.
Again, slot to the right side. They go I formation, try to give it a sizzle up the middle, and nothing going there. Hunter Pendleton's going to get the tackle there.
That puts it 3rd and 5 on the 45, so just under 2 minutes.
That defense, 4-4 the Ruby runs. Defensive end Eli Kahn and Seth Simpson on the other side. Jacob Atkins, Mason Book playing the defensive tackles. And you got a couple other guys that rotate in there too. As that ball's mishandled a little bit, and now we got a flag that comes in there. Let's see if there's a holding or some kind of clip. There in the middle of the field, that's typical.
Yeah.
It is holding as Bishop's run will be 4-0. Short gain there. They're going to move that back a little bit. Jacob Atkins, I mentioned, was defensive tackle. The other defensive tackle, they're rotating kids in because a lot of these kids are playing on the offensive line too, and they're very young to it. So Mason Book, Randall Shrike, Hayden Henthorn will be rotating in at that other down lineman position. Your outside linebackers tonight, Colin Parker, Devin Parker, they are brothers. Inside linebackers, Tate Walker is your lone returner there in the linebacking core, along with Hunter Pendleton. The defensive secondary, though, very experienced. Looking at Elijah Vogelsong-Lewis at corner, Drew Skaggs at the other one, Matthew Reisner at safety. You can't beat that.
No. 1:20 left to go in this first quarter. 3rd and 15, ball on the 34. Looking for a receiver. Connects. And it's not good.
Yeah, that, I don't know what happened there, but
the other guy just didn't have enough power to pull away.
That's right. And, they had two receivers that side. The outside receiver just ran a stretch pattern trying to get downfield as quickly as possible. The other kid took a couple of steps forward and then came back to the ball, and that defensive back, he didn't bite. He stayed at home and made the tackle.
Just under a minute, and they're going to have to do something. What are they going to do? They're going to run it out? They're going to punt it?
They're going to have to punt this out here, so 4th down and a whole bunch. And I believe that's Hazelbaker. No, Brandon Potter is the kicker.
And it goes out of bounds.
Howard, the long snapper. So pretty good punt there as it goes out of bounds. Looks like about the 35-yard line, 37, let's say. And with 26.6, we'll stay right here until the end of the quarter. As Minford takes over 39-yard line. Looks like it's going to be their spot.
Well, this is definitely a big SOC match this evening.
I tell you what, Minford, they have so much speed and so much ability that it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't score in this 26 seconds. I mean, they've labored so far up to this point, but they're a big play team.
Well, all they need is that one opportunity.
That's right. So Walken Reisner now to the bottom of your screen. That's Reisner in the slot. Look for him. They move him all over the place. They're going to roll left, however, and again look for Drew Skaggs. Smartly gets out of bounds there on the sideline to stop the clock. Right at the 50, call it the 49, and just 6 seconds removed.
So that's a Falcon first down.
Let's see if they can fly down the field here.
I'm telling you, they might be able to. The band thinks so.
Good to hear the band. Good to have the cheerleaders here. You know, very festive atmosphere here. But just 15% of the stadium, although west side looks pretty good.
It does.
Pass over the middle.
He nailed it.
Over the middle. That's number 15.
It goes out of bounds again, stopping the clock at 13 seconds.
Devin Parker there on that reception. Nice catch, pitch and catch there, and just nobody there.
No, and that puts it at first down and 10 on the 27.
It's a good crossing pattern by Parker coming from the right to the left, about 10 yards deep behind the linebackers. Well devised. Vogelson Lewis doing a good job there.
Oh, and
he could go in. Let's see if he can make it. He
gets it.
Drew Skaggs breaks the plane, and some nifty moves there at the end to get in.
I'm telling
Drew
you,
Skaggs with the touchdown.
That was about 5 seconds after the clock ran out, too.
Isn't that something?
It is.
I almost called that, didn't I?
Yeah. Clock runs out about 5 seconds later after that, shuck and jive there on the field.
Right. He had to get in, or it was all going to be for naught, and he made it happen. Drew Skaggs. What a play.
That was.
So how many yards did that take to get in there? Where were they?
Which time?
38-yard touchdown.
Wow.
And the kick there
and
from Reisner. Vogelson Lewis held, and it is good. 7-0 is your score at the end of this first quarter.
So we'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back right after this.
Has your life or the life of someone you love been impacted by mental health or substance abuse problems? If so, there's treatment available here in the Portsmouth area. Hope Source provides quality treatment by highly trained, compassionate professionals. We are committed to helping people and their families live complete, meaningful, and happy lives. Find us on Facebook or on our website, hopesourcetreatment.com, or call us at 740-353-HOPE.
You're watching Zone Sports.
Well,
game on.
And we're back to start the second quarter here at the home of the Minford Falcons as they put some points on the board.
They sure did. 38-yard touchdown pass from Vogelson Lewis to Drew Skaggs. Drew Skaggs catching the ball right about the 5-6 yard line and makes a couple of moves, makes a couple of guys miss, and then splits the difference between these other two with the stretch. And he's able to break the plane.
About 5 seconds
with
after.
no time on the clock.
About 5 seconds after the clock stopped.
Wow, let's get a little dramatic about this, Drew.
I love that.
Drew Dramatica.
Big sideways kick.
Kick to the sidelines. That's going to be a penalty out of bounds. West would get a pretty good spot there.
Yep, right at the 20.
As a result.
Right around there. I can kind of hear the wind blowing in the microphones tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of coming from the north to the south, yes.
That's it.
It's blowing our flag, which is half-staff today in honor of 9/11.
That's it. Big day to remember.
Yep. That's one that, we'll never forget. We'll probably always honor.
Oh, yeah.
Other things will happen because that's how life is.
Well,
things happen.
Yeah.
And this is one of those that
this
really
was a big event in
struck
our
hard.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Mitchell,
back to pass, wide open over the middle. He drops the pass. It was a little bit low. Jeffrey Bishop had 5 steps on the receivers.
He sure did.
And I think Minford just was not ready for them to open it up right there.
No. Man, if he could have held on to that just a little bit better,
yeah,
that would have been a touchdown right there.
Yeah, he took his eyes off of it, and he was running with that ball after he caught it.
Yeah.
But he didn't catch it yet.
He was juggling.
You got to look that thing in.
You do.
You got to look that thing in. So it's a big drop there. Key play, because that would have tied this thing up. He was gone. Short run over the right side. We got a fumble. Ball's on the deck. Let's see who's got it. And it looks like that's big number 88 that comes up with it. So they're going to retain possession. 88 is Andrew Jones. He's a senior, 6'4", 220 pounds.
Recovered by number 88 for West, Andrew Jones.
We talked about him, basketball player, 6'5", 220 is what I have him listed on one sheet, 6'4" on the other. We'll split the difference. 6'4 and a half. That offensive line up front for the Senators. At tackle, Carson Horner, he's a sophomore. The other tackle, Wyatt Weghorst, also a sophomore. The two guards, Luke Roten, a senior, as Mitchell unloads to the right side. Nice catch, or left side. And they're going to say he didn't catch it.
Pass is caught, out of bounds, incomplete, brings up
He didn't catch it, so that's number 9, Luke Bradford, on the receiving end. Wasn't able to keep possession of that. Back to that offensive line. Luke Roten, the only starter returning, and he was injured last year throughout most of the season. Eli Tilley, number 63 out there as a senior, and your center is Gabe Myers, a junior. Timeout now for West with 11:02. We will break, and we'll be right back.
That's it.
Portsmouth Cinemas. Sights, sounds, and smells. We give you all the feels you need for a fun time on the town. Want to enjoy a 3D movie or even throw a party? The Portsmouth Cinema is here for you. Looking for unbeatable deals on concessions? We got you. Need an affordable night out to relax with a movie? Super Tuesday to the rescue. We are always updating to give you the best experience possible. Visit us online at republictheaters.com or Facebook for showtimes. Portsmouth Cinema. When you've got the time, we've got the popcorn, the candy, the drinks, and the best movies around.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we are back on a beautiful fall evening as there's a slight football breeze in the air. We're out here in Minford. Beautiful night. A little overcast, but I don't think we're going to have any rain.
Isn't this nice?
It
Look
is.
off in the distance there, the green fields and the different colors of green over there near the airport. It's just beautiful out here.
It is. It is. We got hills over here, and you don't even notice the new highway.
Yeah.
You know, which is, I mean, they really did a good job of hiding it.
Out of sight, out of mind. 57, Carl the Hammer goes back there and punts this one.
I love that.
Yeah, he was their punter last year. Carl played last year. He was fullback, running back, carried the ball a lot. He played middle linebacker, and he was their punter. And this year, I looked at the roster and said, well, what happened to Carl? You know, and, well, they took him out of the backfield. They made him a defensive lineman, and he's not punting. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what's that all about, you know? So he just went in there to punt that one, and pretty good distance. So Minford will pick up at the 34-yard line here. With 10:52 to go here in the second quarter. 7-0 is your score. Minford over the visiting West Senators. Lewis likes to roll to his left.
He does.
Looking for that opening, and wide open is he.
There's the first down.
So, again, number 15.
That's a good 20-yarder right there. You know?
Yeah. Devin Parker, pretty good size young man going over the middle there. Similar play to what we saw earlier in the game that set up that touchdown play to Drew Skaggs. Hit him over the middle, and it was just a drag across. Your officials tonight, they're out of Huntington. Between the 5-man crew, they have 130 years of experience, and they always come back here once a year to do a Minford game.
Do they really?
They were very complimentary of, and that's just off Parker's hands.
Man.
And he's going to wake up in a sweat tonight thinking about that one.
Yeah, you will.
Nice pass there from Vogelsong Lewis. At any rate, they were talking about the facility and the folks here and just the hospitality and Southern Ohio charm. He said, we'd love to come back here, and we always come back here and play, do at least one game. So that crew, Barry Ellis is the leader of your bunch. He's the white hat out there. Mark Jordan, Calvin Prince, Steve Sanders, and Rod Moling that is your crew. Vogelson Lewis going to try to go up the middle, and he's not going to make it. 53's got a hold of him, not letting go. 53 being Trenton Fike, 6'1", 214-pound senior. Tilly mopped up on that, but it was Fike that had a hold of him.
Well, let me mention a couple of our sponsors tonight.
Absolutely.
I want to talk about Minford TV and Falcon One, big supporters of the Falcons here. I also want to talk about the Haunted Asylum. That's coming up. AJ's Auto Sales, they're on the west side with Arky and the gang. Pendleton's Collision. I also want to talk about Harris Floor Covering, Quality Heating and Air, and Tires R Us, all sponsors on tonight's game, as well as the Big Red Barn, Halloween Store, and Haunted House. So they got some stuff coming up there with right across the bridge.
Oh, they're going to be real busy here soon.
They are.
Busy there. You had Sissel, number 23, and 27 out there, Brandon Anderson on the coverage, and they just tried one of those old curl routes. Talk about Tanner Holden, very famous for that out of Willisburg.
Yep.
You know, you block outside with the slot and then curl inside, catch that pass, and go to the house, and West did a good job of defending that.
Sure did.
Forcing the punt, and tough snap. Reisner had the short kick that, but gets a heck of a roll. It's going to go just inside the 10-yard line, and the West Senators will have a long way to go. 8:47 to go. Minford 7-0.
A few more sponsors in tonight's game. I want to thank Gaddy's Pizza and Rallies. I also want to thank Bob and Floyd Tire Sales there in Portsmouth with Rob and Eric and the gang. Also want to thank Wagner Rental and Supply for all they do with us, and Stakers Sales and Service. Big supporters of high school sports around the area and youth in general.
Senators coming out. That offensive line we talked about, Warner, Weggers, Roten, Tilly, Myers. Got a lot on their back right here trying to get them out of the hole. I believe that was Hunter Brown. Tried to cut back there. A little trap play over the middle. Got a couple. 2nd and 8.
Clock's ticking down a little bit.
Yeah, and certainly not a hurry-up offense.
Nope.
They're taking their time.
Haven't really seen any hurry-up offense this season so far, have we?
Not a whole lot. See number 8 there, Colin Parker, playing corner on this side. A few different numbers. We'll try to get him out to you.
Busting it up there.
Hunter Brown just getting the lion's shares of the carries tonight.
A few more sponsors.
He moved the sticks there. He got the first down.
Yeah, he did. He did. It's getting close to the touchdown there. Are they going to make it? A couple more sponsors. I want to thank the Wheelersburg Cinema, as well as the UPS store, Tri-State Security, Sunspot Tanning, the Southern Ohio Medical Center, Smith Drugs, and Shawnee State University.
Little jet sweep, inside handoff. That's going to be 18, and he could get to the sideline. He's got there, and he could go.
He's got it.
I think he's going to make it. Reisner's catching him. Got him inside the 5 yard line, right at the 2. Reisner got a hold of him, but he also got the horse collar. So split the difference. They're going to get the ball at the 1 yard line.
Wow.
And 18, Jeffrey Eastep. Man, he takes it.
He did.
What was that, about 68 yards, I think is what we'll give him there on the reception.
That was
and
huge.
Reisner, what a job of getting back there and bringing him down.
Yeah,
and wouldn't it be something if they could keep him out of the end zone here like they just did earlier. Minford wasn't able to get in when they were at the 3.
Oh, man. So where are they going to place the ball?
Well, it looks like they've spotted it at the 4, so when they mark off this penalty, it should split the difference and put it at the 2.
Yeah.
And that's where it is. So 68-yard pass reception.
What?
And that was nice.
It was. It was. That was a beautiful run.
Mitchell over the right side, and he's going to get in. Just the good old-fashioned quarterback sneak, go over the right side, keep those legs churning. Your offensive line wins, you get in.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Well, they had 4 downs to do it.
Yeah.
You know? So the Senators get on the board. We'll see what the extra point brings us. 7:14 left to go in this first quarter.
Point after will be attempted by Hazelbaker out of Irwin's hold.
So Mitchell Irwin, the quarterback, he will hold after scoring the touchdown. Hazelbaker lines up, right-footed kicker, and boots it through. And, folks, we have a tie game.
That's it. We sure do.
You got to love SOC football.
That's it. I love it. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick break as it's tied up 7-7, and we'll be back right after this.
Library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jane Miller. I'm losing my mind. Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller and the whole Zone Sports team as the Senators doing a little squib kick there.
Yep.
All the way down to about the 20.
Try to assure a no run back, but they did end up kicking it to Reisner.
Yep. Who got about 10 yards off that.
The 31-yard line is where they're going to start this possession.
If you're just joining us, it just became a tie ball game with 7 minutes left to go in this first half. I mean, this has been a great game so far.
Just a huge play. Jeffrey Bishop wide open down the middle of the field, and Mitchell hitting him for a 68-yard touchdown. Could have been a touchdown. Got tackled out of bounds, but horse-collared by Reisner from Minford, and that happened at the 4. So from the 2-yard line, Mitchell Irwin, quarterback, keep for the touchdown. And our score is now tied after the Hazelbaker kick.
And, nice connection on that pass.
I think that ball left a mark on his numbers.
Yeah.
Very quick pass. So Sissel on the tackle there as Reisner is brought down after an 8-yard gain. Clock continues to run as we see all the players from Minford looking to the sideline for their call.
A few more sponsors on tonight's ball game. We want to thank the Sauter County Career and Technical Center. We also want to thank the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home for all they do with us every year. Powell Insurance Company, they're in New Boston. Man, Minford.
Reisner to the right side. And again, did you notice the quick delivery from Vogelsong Lewis?
I mean, Minford is really kind of unstoppable with his pass play.
He is so quick to get it there.
Yeah.
And, you talk
He's
about.
accurate.
Right, very accurate. You talk about some of these kids and what they can do. Vogelsong Lewis, he's quite the athlete. 4 touchdowns against Washington Courthouse in the first game. And I asked Coach Ruby, is he going to be a college football player? What's his plans after here? He said, actually, he's already got an offer from Marshall. He thinks he's going to take it as we have a long pass down the right side to Reisner.
Did they get it?
Again, Reisner here, there, and everywhere. You don't know where he's going to line up, but they'll probably get it to him. Wow. And they just did. So about a 50-yard bomb there to Reisner down there, and they're first and goal.
That's it. That was quick.
Yeah. So there's the 2. Talking about Reisner, he's going to accept an offer to play baseball at Marshall and probably be an outfielder. He can probably get that ball in from center field.
Oh my gosh. He can run it in from center field.
What an arm. So now Vogelsong Lewis, he's going to roll out, jump pass over the middle, Drew Skaggs.
Man.
And it's good.
So Minford goes again with 4 plays, touchdown. Just walked it down.
Wow.
That started about the 20-yard line, right?
Yeah, and they moved it quite well. 3 plays to get it down there and touchdown.
So 5:49 left to go in this first half. Let's see if Minford's going to connect here with their extra point.
So Skaggs gets his second touchdown of the game, this time a short version.
A few more sponsors. We want to thank the Atomic Credit Union as well as the Portsmouth Public Library, the Portsmouth Cinema 8, Hope Source Treatment Center.
And the kick.
That's good. So that makes it 14-7. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this.
Everything your customers see tells a story. Let the UPS store help you tell the right one. We do printing, packing, notarizing, faxing, shredding, binding, consulting, creating, designing, returning, mailboxing, and of course, shipping. Together, there's nothing we can't solve. Stop by our locally owned and operated UPS store on 11th Street in Portsmouth today to see how we can help you with everything your small business needs.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back where the score on the board is Falcons 14, Senators 7. And the Falcons are getting ready to kick this off. 5:49 left to go in the first half. Senators in position. I mean, we saw a fast touchdown last time.
Yep.
What do we have here? You're going to make them re-kick it.
So a 58 is what I'm going to say, 58-yard pass reception from Vogelsong Lewis to Reisner. Put the ball down there inside the 5. And 4-yard touchdown pass from, again, Vogelsong Lewis to Drew Skaggs for his second score of the game. And that puts your score here at 14-7. Reisner is actually the extra point kicker. It would be Adam Crank, but he is injured this evening. The holder is Vogelsong Lewis, and Drew Skaggs is actually the snapper. Pop-up kick, and it's handled poorly there. Minford rushes in there and tries to get it, but I think West retained possession. As they pull them apart there. Looked like a barrel full of monkeys there for a little bit, didn't it? You ever play with a barrel full of monkeys when you was a kid?
That's fun stuff.
Yeah.
Lincoln Logs, Tinker Toys.
I loved Lincoln Logs.
Lawn charts, all the fun things.
Yeah. Good stuff. Andy's shaking his head. But he's a pup. He has no idea about this stuff.
I know.
He was probably playing with a handheld computer or something, you know?
Yeah. He had a Palm Pilot as his first pet.
Yeah. Oh, he says he has a full set of them, Lincoln Logs.
Andy had a Palm Pilot as his first pet.
All right.
You know?
Party at Andy's house. We're Lincoln Logging it later on here. Mr. Irwin, back to pass.
Oh,
he's throwing long.
Big
Boy,
one.
look at that spiral. Nice catch, and it is complete right there. Number 9 for the West Senators comes down with that. And that's Luke Bradford, the senior. He's your go-to guy.
Well, I tell you what, Vogelsong Lewis almost had that.
Yep. Luke Bradford, honorable mention All-State last year on the defensive side of the ball.
Really?
In the secondary, yes.
Huh.
Eli Tilley and Carl Howard impressive at their defensive ends, but presently offensively, West moving the ball 14-7, 5:28 to go.
There's the handoff.
Hunter Brown, he shreds that defense, and really nobody brings him down.
No.
There at the end, Vogelsong Lewis kind of bumped him down, but
it knocked his balance.
I tell you what, the Falcons better start ripping and getting it.
They're going to have to.
Yeah, because Hunter Brown's not going to go down from a shove.
They're going to tie it up here.
Old school, get your head up and wrap. Drive that man down. West now down inside the 10, right at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. We've got motion. Brown again to the right side. He's going to try to bounce it out at the outside. No good. He's going to get to the 6. Just a gain of 1.
450.
You know what? West beat Notre Dame pretty handily. 49-13.
Yeah.
We watched Notre Dame last week, and they looked good.
They did. They did.
So maybe this shouldn't come as too much of a surprise based on that.
Yeah.
Senators now with the ball at the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Looking for a
looking to his
receiver.
right. Boy, I love that pass. 2 feet in,
Man.
a touchdown. Luke Bradford. And I tell you what, you got Irwin on one side throwing to Bradford, and you got Vogelsong Lewis throwing to Reisner on the other side, Drew Skaggs, and this has become like a 3-ring circus.
It has. It has.
What a beautiful pass right there from Mitchell Irwin.
It was.
Tight spiral, just throws it to a spot in the end zone and relies on that receiver, Luke Bradford, senior, to make a play.
Jump up.
And just made it happen.
Yeah.
Get up there and make the play. Giving them an opportunity. This is best on best. So your kick is going to be good there.
So again, we have a tie ball game,
Hazelbaker puts it
14-14.
through. My goodness. So 14-14, 4:15 to go here in the second quarter, and we will be right back.
Millersburg Cinema has been entertaining the area for over 40 years with the latest movie releases. Our friendly staff will treat you like family from the minute you walk in to buy a ticket. Our snack bar has all your favorites, especially the fresh popcorn. Show up early and have some fun in the arcade, or just head on in to get the best seats in the house. Bring the whole family and enjoy the personal touches from this locally owned and operated cinema. Wheelersburg Cinema, 8805 Ohio River Road in Wheelersburg.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back as there is the kick. Uh-oh.
Mishandled. Hazelbaker kicks the ball down to the 25. And that's Timmy Walk trying to get it back.
Yep.
He'll take it to the center of the field and get taken down right there.
About a 9-yard gain.
That's Sissel on the bottom of that pile, and we've said Sissel's name a whole lot in this game.
We have.
He's been all over the place, and right now I think quite a few different kids are looked at as far as that big collision of the game.
You're right.
Sponsored by Monroe's Freeman Collision.
4 minutes, 7 seconds left in this first half as we talk about what was in Andy's toy box when he was a child.
Andy, did you have a Stretch Armstrong?
Andy, did you have a Tamagotchi?
A Tamagotchi?
No, he didn't have a Tamagotchi?
See, I'm not familiar with that one either.
Uh,
All right, Vogelsong Lewis with his feet on the 15-yard stripe. Quick delivery again to Reisner. We've seen that exact same play 4 times now.
We have. I mean, honestly, that's their offense.
It's a quick delivery, and it's almost, talk about baseball with Vogelsong Lewis, does it not look to you like he's fielding a ball, scooping it, and throwing it sidearm?
Yeah.
It's not an overhand delivery.
You're right.
It's like a sidearm, double play kind of thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
From second to first base,
they
bam,
gave him the
hit
first
him in
down.
the mitt.
They gave him the first down after that.
Yep. Well deserved. I'm going to try to run the ball over the left side. I don't think Peak is going to get anything there as a host of West Senators meet him in the backfield.
That party is a loss of downs right there.
Yep.
Loss of yards.
Eli Tilley, the senior, meets him there in the backfield. A yard or 2 loss there. And he was not alone. Now down to 3:20. Again, your score 14-14 in a game that last year was a blowout at West.
Oh.
Skaggs trying to get a slant pass there, and they're going to call the pass interference as Skaggs got bumped from behind by the free safety before the ball got there. And had he caught that on stride, he was gone.
He was. A few more sponsors on tonight's ball game. We want to thank the Desco Federal Credit Union, as well as the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency, Real Estate Gallery, Donnie Martin Heating and Cooling, as they'll be bringing you our halftime report shortly, and Portsmouth Block, as well as Monroe's Frame and Collision. Big thanks to all of them. So the ball moves up a little bit. Another first down now on the 41 as the Falcons capitalize on that penalty.
And that ball just lofted in there. That's off the hands of Skaggs as he gets tackled down as the ball gets there. West with a slight chance there to pick that one off. Number 18 for him, Jeffrey Bishop, unable to handle that. So we'll get to second down now and 10. more of the Vogelsong Lewis show, roll out left mainly, and just take what the defense gives you. That time just a little bit behind this target. 3 receivers to the right side. Pika, your lone back there to the right of Vogelsong Lewis. Skaggs at the bottom of your screen. And Vogelsong Lewis looking at the ball. And it's Reiser. Nice hands. And he is going to be gone. He's not going to get caught. Inside for the touchdown.
Okay.
So from the 42, 58-yard touchdown, Vogelsong Lewis to Matthew Reisner. Pay dirt.
Big play for the Minford Falcons there. Right at 3 minutes left.
Yeah, 2:52, Vogelsong Lewis to Reisner, and a long one, 58 yards.
This second quarter's turned into a shootout.
It sure has. Both defenses are basically losing at this point.
Yeah.
And the offenses are prosperous as Reisner now takes the PAT, and he will kick it through, and it is good.
So that makes it 21-14 as the Falcons take control of this ball game again. 3 minutes left to go. We're going to go to break and come right back.
Credit Union has been named the best in state credit union by Forbes magazine. Measured by trustworthiness, digital products, branch services, and member satisfaction, Forbes ranks Atomic among the top 2.5% of the best banks and credit unions in the U.S. Atomic Credit Union offers 13 local branches as well as online and mobile banking. To learn more about Atomic, visit our website at www.atomiccu.com.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we are back yet again after another touchdown by the Falcons. Score on the board is 21-14 as the Falcons are kind of leading this shooting match.
Oh, yeah. Now it's going back and forth, and defense leaves a little bit to be desired as both offenses are picking them apart through the air. West doing a little bit better job on the ground with Hunter Brown, but Minford finding a lot of success there with the aerial attack.
Big old kick all the way back to the 15-yard line.
Speaking of Hunter Brown, he's got the ball, and he's going to go down the middle. The ball comes out, and I think Minford got it right there. I believe they did, and they did. 36-yard line, and the Falcons take over after a turnover from Hunter Brown. Nice tackle. I don't see who got in there that caused that, but it was
honestly,
a good tackle.
It's been a matter of time.
Yeah.
I mean, how many fumbles have we seen tonight?
That was a big hit. Just put the shoulder pad and the helmet right in the gut there where the ball is and shook it loose.
That's it.
So big turnover there.
Also tonight, we want to thank Oak Tree Construction for their support.
Vogelsong Lewis not wasting any time, and the defender basically just got in his way and impeded his movement downfield, and young man, you're not allowed to do that.
Wow.
He's pleading his case. He said, he was running into me.
He was running at me.
I don't deserve my space. That's Luke Bradford pleading his case, and the Stripes are going to discuss this.
Yeah,
but Bradford clearly got in his way, and Skaggs just continued to push up against him.
Yeah, the white hat says holding.
Yeah. So he impeded his progress as he made it down the field while the ball was in the air.
Yep.
And you can't do that. Again, that's a little bit of multi-sports becoming an advantage because Drew Skaggs is a basketball player, and you see that kind of play all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
If a defender's going to guard me tight, then I'm going to dribble down the floor and I'm going to force you to foul me.
Yep.
You better respect the dribble.
Yep.
And he just used that in football. So penalty there, and they'll go right back to Skaggs. And this time Bradford brings him down and brings him down aggressively.
Well, several people.
Yeah, Bradford first one there, and you could feel the tension on that one. He's still ticked.
He's the only red shirt and about 5 whites on top of him.
Yeah, absolutely. But Bradford's still ticked off about that play.
I understand. That's part of the game.
Topeka set behind Vogelsong Lewis now. And they'll fake the handoff counter to the quarterback.
He's
going to take to the sidelines. And he gets out of bounds about the 7-yard line.
Yeah.
Vogelsong Lewis with the first down.
Big run there.
So the penalty looms large. Got him the first down, got him down the field a little bit. Now Vogelsong Lewis taking advantage of that quarterback counter.
So that is 1st and goal then. 1st and goal, ball on the 8. What's going to happen here in the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, 3 receivers to the right, Reisner to the left. Look for Reisner here. That outside linebacker is keeping an eye on him too. He looks to the middle and touchdown.
1 yard line.
That's Colin Parker.
Did they give it to him or not?
He didn't get in?
No, it looked like it was 1 yard line.
Okay, so just short. Colin Parker catches that pass over the middle, thrown just a little bit behind him, and then turned to get in and was a little late.
Good
tackle there by the
passes,
Senators.
You know?
All just so fast. Like I said, I feel like he's more of an infielder than an outfielder.
Yeah,
it looks like he's got that shortstop throw.
Yep.
Very, very quick.
So
it's almost like a basketball team playing football right now.
It is.
You know? Try to run a zone against us, I'll just pass through it.
There we go, running around the side. Not going to make it in.
Yeah, Vogelsong is going to lose a little bit there, and there's going to be a holding penalty against the Falcons that's going to drop them back another 10. So, again, Coach Ruby talked about some key penalties in some pivotal moments against Wheelersburg last week, really shot them in the foot, and they're comfortable right now, but they only have a 7-point lead. They really need to clean it up and stop making these mistakes.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I feel that they need more space to make bigger plays.
More space?
Yes. Yes. I mean, getting down there on the line. I mean, we watched the Senators hold them down here.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, hold them hard where they couldn't get past.
Right.
You know, and it was a turnover. And kind of the same thing I think could happen here. They need that extra space to kind of shuck and jive.
Yeah.
You know.
So as they're spread out here, 3 to the right, Skaggs to the bottom.
Here we go.
Vogelsong Lewis looking left the whole way, throws the interception, and instead of a touchdown, could West get down the field. That's Hunter Brown going to the left side, and he gets knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Wow.
And what a big turnover. Again, shooting themselves in the foot with the penalty.
58 seconds. Can West pull this off?
Huge play.
Huge.
And I feel like that ball must have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. Andy, did you see that? Because the ball came out like a knuckleball. Yep. Hit a shoulder pad. Okay, Andy says he saw it hit a shoulder pad. To kind of paint you a picture, we're sitting here at the table. Andy's to our left. He can see what the cameras can see.
Right.
We see from here to the field. And trust me, my 57-year-old vision is not what it used to be. So thank you, Andy, for the call on that. Slow pass out there to the left side. That's going to be number 9, Luke Bradford again. Sideline pass, getting out of bounds quickly. 52 seconds now remaining in the first half. Can the Senators get down the field and tie this thing up?
Well, this is their chance to keep it balanced.
Wow.
I mean, if they can't do this, then they go into the halftime with a deficit.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
I love Mitchell Irwin's arm. And to the big tight end over the middle, but they're going to have to spend a timeout here to stop the clock. Got a first down. That's going to stop it momentarily. And with the new rule, that kind of helps them because the center is actually going to handle the ball. He's already in position and will snap right away. So that's actually very advantageous. Irwin, comeback pass to the side, incomplete. Good job there by Vogelsong Lewis. Got the left hand in front and knocked it out.
32 seconds left as the ball is on the,
44.
44.
Mm-hmm. Your center there, Gabe Myers, setting it, the junior. Irwin looking left the whole way, throws to the sideline. He gets a knee down, and he's going to stop the clock. That side official
for
a timeout.
We'll take a quick break while they do as well, and we'll be right back after this.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owner's insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance. Powell Insurance Agency in New Boston is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
And be all over it.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
Welcome back. 24 seconds left to go in this first half as the Falcons lead the Senators 21-14. Third down and 5 on the 38.
We were just discussing, we were just discussing there at the break how good a job the West offensive line's doing protecting Mitchell,
sure
Mitchell Irwin. Those guys up front,
He's got all
Weghorst,
day.
Horner, Roten, Tilley, and Myers doing a great job of giving him time to see the field, loading up and throwing those passes. He's looked good tonight, but the offensive line has made him look good. Another sideline route. A mistake stepping into the field instead of stepping out of bounds. And that's going to stop the clock momentarily with the first down, but now they're going to have to hustle back, get their spot, and get ready. 18.3 now, and that clock starts. That cost them a little bit. Got to get out of bounds if you're going to do outside sideline patterns.
And
Mitchell's now going to run forward as the pocket collapses, and that's going to be a timeout now by Coach Ben Johnson for the Senators.
So another timeout.
Yeah.
While they break, we will too. So we'll be right back.
Watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. 7 seconds left on the clock. Second down, 8 yards to go for a first, ball in the 31. This is probably about the last play we're going to see before the half.
Yep.
So will the Senators tie it up, or will the Falcons stop them?
Well, we talk about the back end of that Minford defense, how much talent there is. You have Parker back there, Reisner, Vogelsong, Lewis, and Skaggs, almost in a prevent. They're not going to let anybody get behind
long. There it is, the big one.
And that's going to be out of bounds. So no play there.
0.9 seconds.
Yeah, and Skaggs made sure of it. He had a tomahawk chop coming over the top.
Yeah, he did.
As West tries to hook up there with Luke Bradford again.
So I guess they're going to squeeze one more play out of this.
Well, it's been Bradford versus Skaggs all night on this side of the field.
That's it. Will they be able to score on the stop clock?
They can.
They can?
They can. This is going to go to the end zone, folks. Let's see if they do it.
There's the snap.
Hail Mary full of grace.
Looking.
The rollout.
Big old pass.
It's in the end zone and knocked down. And that's Skaggs that knocks it down back there with Matthew Reisner. Incomplete, and Luke had a beat on it. Luke Bradford.
Sure did.
Incomplete pass.
Well, that makes the half there 21-14 as the Falcons leave the field and the Senators do too. I mean, so we got a little deficit going on there for the Senators. We'll see what the second half
Well,
brings.
I'll tell you what, it's been a great game, and we don't know what the second half will hold.
That's it. Well, let's go to our Donnie Martin Heating and Cooling halftime show. I think the band is going to – is the band going to do something? Yeah, there they are.
Yep.
Okay. We'll go to commercial, and we'll come right back with our halftime show.
Here at the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, we are not only here for you in your time of need, but we're also here to help our neighbor, to serve our community, and to help guide our youth. We do our best each day to make our area a great place to call home, and each year we give you a time to gather and remember your loved ones. To all area teams in the upcoming sports season, remember, the difference between impossible and possible lies in your determination. Good luck from all of us at the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Stop by Staker Sales and Service today and see what Ferris can do for you. 1424 9th Street in Portsmouth.
You've been to one, you've been to some, now you're here, you're done. Think you can survive the RC Haunted Asylum? Enter our House of Horrors to test your courage or run screaming in fear. Located at 20 Antique Loop in South Shore, Kentucky, just follow the signs. Or screams. Admission is $10 per person and parking is free. We're open from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Plenty of time to terrify. See you there, if you dare.
Stop recording. Yeah. Right there. Okay. Is this not dangerous? Wasn't the Top Gun? This legit plane train? No.
If you're considering selling your home, this is a great year for it. And something as simple as new vinyl siding can make your home not only look great, but help you get top dollar. Just a small investment in vinyl siding can bump up the resale value a lot. Oak Tree Construction has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, has been doing business locally for 25 years, and can get the job done. Call today and get a free estimate on vinyl siding, new windows, new garage doors, or anything your home might need.
And we're back here in Falcon Country as they own the floor right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got 21-14, Jay. I mean, what do you think the second half's going to bring?
You know what? You never know, because I'm really impressed with what West was able to do offensively through the air and on the ground with Hunter Brown. That's balanced attack, and that's keeping Minford off balance defensively, kind of guessing. On the other side of the ball, Minford moving the ball very well, but it's a whole lot of Vogelsong Lewis throwing the ball to Skaggs and Reisner. A little easier to kind of double up on some of those pass patterns and maybe do something about that. So down by 7, this could be a really good contest going down the road.
Well, a little short high one.
That's caught up front, and I believe that's Carl the Hammer Howard on the return.
I'm loving that.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Sweet tea.
And it was Howard on the return. He gets about 10 yards on that. First half, Reisner, big interception, sets up the first touchdown, 38-yard pass from Vogelsong Lewis to Drew Skaggs with no time left on the clock, finishing up the first quarter.
Yeah,
After that,
I mean, that's important.
Yep.
But sweet tea, it's only $1.
It's only $1.
At McDonald's, it's only $1.
Gracious.
Large sweet tea, it's only $1.
Hunter Brown up the middle with the trap play, 6 yards on that carry. As we continue into the second quarter roundup there, 68-yard Mitchell Irwin to Jeffrey Bishop. That set up the 2-yard touchdown run by Irwin, little quarterback sneak over the right side.
Yep.
Minford scored. There were 5 touchdowns in the second quarter, or 4 that is. Minford 4-yard touchdown run or pass from Vogelsong Lewis again to Skaggs. That was set up by the next one was set up by a 58-yard reception to Reisner. As Irwin runs out the right side, he's going to get caught, and he is planted, and that's a big collision right there. Monroe's Freeman collision, and that could be your winner right there. Number 64, Eli Kahn, really brings him down.
He did. You know, it took one to spin him around and throw him off balance, and the second one just brought it the rest of the way down.
Cleaned up, so Irwin's going to feel that tonight in the hot tub, trying to ease those bruises out.
Rub-a-dub and
there
hot
you
tub.
go.
Take a hot tub bath with me. Ow.
So,
you remember that?
So Minford,
from Saturday Night Live?
Yes, indeed. So Vogelsong Lewis to Reisner for a 4-yard touchdown run, and then West finishes up there. Irwin to Bradford here in the corner. Nice catch there by Luke Bradford.
He's in trouble.
Kahn chasing
Turns
him
it
down.
loose.
And tipped up in the air and then caught and brought down. What a nice catch there.
Were they going to count it, or was he out of bounds?
That was counted. Diamante Skaggs. I think I said that right, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Does it look like Diamante to you?
It actually does.
It does.
Yes.
Diamante Skaggs.
Yeah.
Like that name. So nice catch there, but 4th down nonetheless.
4th and 7 on the 41. 9:55 on the clock. West's going to punt this one out there.
Brandon Potter to boot it out of there. Pretty nice looking kick. Got a little spiral down the left side. Hits right at the 30, and it's going to get a 16-yard bounce. Out of bounds there on the 14-yard line where Minford will start their next possession.
They sure will.
9:43 to go here in this third quarter.
Well, I know West is not happy about that.
So pretty good field position for West. They've kind of got them backed up here, but what West has not been able to do is really apply too much of a pass rush on Minford because they roll out. And they roll out to the left. Vogelsong Lewis, a left-handed quarterback, stringing that defense out and then just hitting the open man. Picking them apart that first half.
Yep.
Two receivers bottom of your screen, and now Reisner in motion.
Straight up, look at him.
That's by design, a little quarterback draw. And Potter there kind of pops him in the face as he's going down. And Vogelsong Lewis is rolling on the turf in pain. He got popped in the face.
Wow.
By 19 there, Brandon Potter. And as they look at him, let's go ahead and step aside for a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
1925 Smith Pharmacy and Home Medical has been here for you and your family with 3 convenient locations in Minford, South Webster, and Portsmouth. We can discuss your prescription and answer questions, as well as offer MedBox and free home delivery. We also have a drive-through and wait times of 15 minutes or less, so you can stay on schedule. With almost 100 years in business, come on into Smith Pharmacy and Home Medical today and see why a truly hometown pharmacy makes a difference.
What attracted me to Shawnee was the academic program that I'm currently enrolled in is definitely helping me be better prepared for grad school. The class sizes really helps me interact with my professors. I'm currently in a marketing internship here at Shawnee, with the internship and the classes that I'm taking in the academic program is definitely helping me. I'm Shane, and I invite you to discover Shawnee State University for yourself. Visit discover.shawnee.edu.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we are back. And Vogelsong Lewis made it off the field okay.
Yep. So, Potter he got him a good one there. Quarterback kind of held up, and Vogelsong Lewis now out of the game. And that's going to be 15 who's going to tuck it and run. Vogelsong Lewis is back up at the position.
Like about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Sissel on the tackle again.
They need to squeeze the first down, and the Senators need to stop them from getting the first down.
So that's Devin Parker, number 15, filling in for Vogelsong Lewis. Pika behind him. Immediately looks to his left, throws to Drew Skaggs. That's going to be a first down, and then some. Tackled from behind. That's Sissel again, trying to rip it out, but he's already down, and he will be right there at the 35-yard line.
Big
34,
play.
First down.
Big play for the Falcons.
And a nice delivery there by Parker.
Honestly, a good stop for the Senators.
Yeah, in a backup role, that's a tough role to play. And he's still in there. Vogelsong Lewis, he got smacked, and I couldn't figure out. He looked like he was holding one arm, kind of favoring that. But I think he's a little dazed and maybe concussion, as that's Timmy Walk there on the right side with a 5-yard catch. Parker's looking good.
Yeah.
As they continue on, and where is Vogelsong Lewis here on the sideline?
He was right here.
Okay, they're still looking at him.
Is he over
and
here now?
He is feeling his shoulder, and Vogelsong Lewis just made a painful face there as he kind of manipulated his shoulder, and it's his left shoulder, his throwing arm. Parker again running the ball, and he's going to get really close to that first down marker.
And he's not scared of taking off, is
he? And he's a little bit bigger than Vogelsong Lewis, who is now re-entering the game. But what is our down and distance at this point?
Looks like 3rd and 1 on the 33.
Okay, so they did come up a little short there. So 3rd and a little less than 1.
Yeah, really close.
Parker stays in the game, putting his receiver gloves back on. Takes a little bit of time there, and he will set left behind the left tackle. Pika and Vogelsong Lewis will run behind that, and I think he'll get it, but by golly, he didn't get it by much. And we got a throw down there by Hunter Brown and Drew Skaggs.
Was that back on? That was back on Vogelsong, wasn't it?
So Brown and Skaggs, and now the fans are really starting to get a little hot under the collar, but those two were blocking one another, and my gosh, I wish I could see replay there.
Wow.
But the end of the play had Hunter Brown throw Skaggs down, and that's when everybody let loose. Skaggs turned and came off the field, just like, I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a penalty for my team.
Yep.
He walked away. That's pretty smart. but they might have something to say when they shake hands afterwards.
They might.
As we get the measurement, and it's now 4th down and real short. They only had 1 to go, a little less than 1.
Like half a shoe.
Yeah, and Vogelsong Lewis a little dinged up there. That might have played a little role in how hard he hit that.
Yeah.
And how he was able to get away and squirm forward and get forward progress. Didn't happen for him here. Makes you wonder if Parker might have done a better job there. Bigger body.
Yeah.
You know? But nonetheless, it's 4th and inches, really. And Minford will set back here to punt as Matthew Reisner sets the snap from Drew Skaggs, and he'll get a good one off to the right side. That will get a nice roll inside the 10 to the 7 or 8 yard line, and that's where West will start this possession with 6:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Your score 21-14, Minford ahead here at home.
I have to say that was a gutsy call.
Yeah, that was quite a punt there. Really, you know, in field position becomes very important. 6-inch difference
first down, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They tried the quarterback draw and tried to kind of follow Pika through the middle there, and it just didn't work out well. West doing a great job, and I don't know who was on the tackle, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was Sissel because he's been on a lot of them. Now up the middle, it's going to be Hunter Brown to the left side. He's got an opening and brought down there by Reisner after a pickup of 9 or 10. Let's see if he gets the first down. Hunter Brown has gotten to that second level quite a lot tonight.
He has.
And they'll get 9, 2nd and 1. This has been a slugfest.
Yeah.
You know, both teams are a little tired. You can see it on Minford's defense. They look a little drained at this point. A 4-4 defense by Minford, and they're just going to quarterback sneak that over for the first down. And I like that okay. I like that. There's a couple of different thoughts there. With 2nd and really, really short, you can burn it down and feel self-assured you can get that first down on 3rd and short. So throw a long one. You know, just make sure it's incomplete. It's to your guy or no guy. And then come back and get that sneak and get your first down. But you know what? This is a game where you're down by 7 and you want to keep your possession. So not a bad call there.
No.
Inside handoff, jet sweep.
Here he comes.
He got around. Boy, he got tackled around the helmet.
He sure did.
And just clobber knocked. That's number 18, Jeffrey Bishop. And I don't know the game of chess, but I think that the Bishop just got rooked or something.
That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
There was some kind of exchange there, you know, and I think the Bishop just about got knocked off the board.
That's true.
Just inside 5 minutes now.
It's been a great game tonight.
2nd and 4. Mitchell Irwin, hands
the
left
middle.
side, straight up the middle. Hunter Brown.
They've got a first out of that.
He's right at it. It's going to depend on the spot. It's going to be a left or a right foot spot. Let's see what we got going on. And it will be a right foot spot. First down, Senators. And they keep the drive alive. This is old school football here.
Well, this is a lot different than the drives we saw in the first half out of them.
Yeah. Well, and what this does is this can set up the big play. Because as you see over here on the left side, Parker and Reisner over on the right, they might get concerned about stepping up and stopping the run, and it opens up something like this.
Yep.
So a 15-yard reception there. That's number 13 on the catch. As I look for the number, that's Cole Tipton, the freshman.
Yep, Cole Tipton. Big play for the Senators.
Yeah, moving those chains very methodically down the field. They're not worried about clock. Got all the time in the world. We continue to get this breeze from the north, and it's not getting cold.
No.
Skaggs defending the bottom of the screen, and the handoff's going to go straight up the middle again to Hunter Brown. He'll pick up 3. 2nd and 7. Little smash mouth football here for the West Senators, and I'm just imagining the coaching staff at halftime thinking, you know what, I think our offensive line is better than their defensive line. You know, so let's just go ahead and play some smash mouth football here, wear them out, and in the fourth quarter, that might make the difference.
It might.
Irwin going to hand off this time
Coming
on the jet
around.
sweep, and we're going to have a holding foul. It's going to come back, and wow, he's going to go. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Reisner won't catch him here, and now we got another flag as it comes in behind the play. So 18 Jeffrey Bishop, the freshman, took it all the way, and it was fun to watch, but I think Minford knew all along Matthew Reisner probably could have caught him and just I'm not going to waste the effort because this is not going to stay. So the Senators will be legislated a penalty there, a 10-yard variety.
Yep.
So 2 flags both on West. The holding penalty sticks, and that was early in the play. Before the cutback, Minford did a good job defensively shutting that down on the left side. And, you got to give it to him. That young man, Jeffrey Bishop, just a freshman, made a nice cutback there. He made a few tacklers and went all the way.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, he came all the way to the right, then all the way back to the left.
Yeah.
Then took off downfield.
Yep. And did it in a hurry. 3:10 now remaining here in this third quarter. 21-14 remains the score. A whole lot of activity. Second quarter, and
big
now,
pass, looking for somebody.
And we got a pass interference is what we're going to have here.
Too far.
And just the fact that Matthew Reisner turned and looked at the official questioningly, I'm going to guess it's on him.
Probably.
So again, trying to go back to that number 18, Jeffrey Bishop. A lot of touches there for a freshman.
Yeah. 3:04 left to go in this third period as the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
second and 10. Or I guess maybe 3rd and 10.
So the penalty was against West?
It was against
They're
Minford.
backing it up.
It was against Minford.
Well,
maybe it wasn't as far as they thought. Instead of 15, it was.
But they
10
went
yard.
backwards. It's 2nd and 15 now.
I think it came up 15 and went back 5 because it was a 10-yard penalty. Does that make sense?
We're going to have a middle screen. That's called me punting.
There we go.
I'll watch the video tomorrow night and go, yeah, Jay, that's what happened. Geez, you're an idiot. But for the time being, on 2nd down, Hunter Brown with the middle screen. You don't see a lot of that anymore.
What?
The old middle screen where the offensive lineman kind of bump their lineman and let them go through and then go try to get a block downfield. They throw over those charging defensive linemen's heads and to a back.
3rd and 7 on the 49.
Picked up a little bit there. Minford, interesting formation there. 4 down linemen and then a really tight linebacker, and that ball is going to be well short as that tight linebacker made his way into the backfield.
So 4th and 8 for the Senators, not working out the way they wanted it to.
That was Tate Walker that kind of started over the nose guard in a linebacker position and just went B-gap as quick as he could and got to Irwin to where Irwin had to let go of that ball before the play developed. So ball came up short. Now we have 4th down and 7 or 8 yards to go, and they're going to punt it out of there. Brandon Potter is your punter. Punter, mishandled, muffed.
Wow.
And Drew Skaggs, usually very good hands, dropped that, got by with it, and he's acting like he might be a little injured, or maybe he's embarrassed. I don't know. Disappointed, dismayed.
I'm sure disappointed is in there.
There you go. But, hey, West didn't cover it as well as they could have. They weren't there, Johnny, on the spot, and weren't able to take advantage of that miscue. So there you go. Minford will retain possession. 2:08 to remain here in the third quarter. They're on the left hash is where they'll start. 32-yard line. Again, those linemen up front, one returning starter on the offensive line. That's Seth Simpson on the left tackle. Other guys up there, Hunter Pendleton, Hayden Hinthorn, Jacob Atkins, and Tate Walker at center. Parker in motion, low snap from Walker, and Parker's going to get wrangled in the backfield.
There were senators on him as he picked up the ball.
Yep.
He didn't have a chance.
That right side of the Minford line just let up there. So somebody forgot to leave the screen door closed. A lot of guys flying to the tackle. Big loss there, about 7 yards. Second now 17. Got Skaggs and Reisner to the bottom of your screen. Looking left.
130.
Lewis, a left-handed quarterback. But he looks right. And throws well behind the receiver, Parker. Incomplete pass there. It'll go to third down now.
So 1:24 left to go in this third quarter. Score 21-14 as the Falcons lead.
Excuse me there, Ashton Kleiber on the defense there. Hunter Brown still out here matched up one-on-one with Drew Skaggs. They had a little altercation earlier. 3 receiver side. Vogelsong Lewis scrambling out of there. Sprinting out to the sideline. He's going to get to the 33-yard line.
Did you see that?
I thought he stepped out, but he didn't. And he gets past the 50-yard line.
Holy smokes, man.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And you know what? He never looked down.
No.
He knew where the line was, and he just tiptoed inside. There's a bare spot of dirt right there that he kind of got into and just stepped out of there.
That was amazing.
I thought for sure he was going to get knocked out.
You know what was funny is when he was, literally, 2 inches off the line?
Mm-hmm.
I think the West guys just kind of started to back off.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, he's
thinking he's going to go to bounds.
And then he literally just steps right back in and takes off again.
Hey, thanks for helping us out. Oh, you're not going to help us out. Vogelsong Lewis now, the quick pass to Drew Skaggs on the left side. He's not down and tumbles forward. Well, they're saying he was down, but I didn't think he was down.
No, he didn't look down.
I didn't see a knee. I thought he kept a hand on the ground there.
Yeah.
And stayed on his feet. They didn't give him that mark, though.
I think he thought he wasn't down.
I don't like that call.
No.
Not a very good call.
I didn't
don't like that call. Craig Miller, that's my son.
Uh-huh.
He'd appreciate that.
How do they know where they're going?
Vogelsong Lewis now to the middle, and that's blocked down. That's called a hammer.
Wow.
Throwing the hammer down right there. That's good defense. You know, you play defense with your hands up. You can't have your hands down. You can't block nothing with that. So coming around that corner, does a good job of getting that big mid up there.
9 seconds left to go in this third period. You know, next week's probably going to be coat weather.
We're getting close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting close to it. Pika set left. Vogelsong Lewis is going to roll left. And that short stop pass for the double play goes incomplete this time. A little high of the mark.
3 seconds, fourth down. 3 seconds, fourth down left to go in this third quarter.
And it looks like they're going to punt it out of there and give West the last offensive opportunity here of the quarter, as it will certainly run out on this play.
I think it's time to fake it.
Well, you know, they're over the 50, so.
They are.
I've seen worse decisions. And he sure could have. If you looked at that, he could have ran forever around that right side. Oh, my goodness. Again, I wish we had the replay so we could look at that and go, look at how much green this young man had. And I wonder if he even looked up to see I'm going to go for this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have made it. He's fast.
I think he would have made it. So, at the end of the third quarter, as we go to the break, Minford still holds on to that 21-14 lead. No points here in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
As life goes by, things become more clear. The beauty of family, of just spending time, of a good walk in the woods.
At SOMC, we have one more thing we'd like to make clear. You.
Our All Clear Lung Cancer Screening Program can find lung cancer early. And with early detection, SOMC can get you all clear with radiation or surgical treatment.
I'm all clear.
Visit somc.org/allclear. Very good things are happening here.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. The final quarter. The tale of two football teams.
Isn't this something? So the third quarter is much like the first quarter.
It
Not
is.
a lot of action. First quarter saw Minford score and nobody else. I mean, West didn't score and kind of went back and forth, had some turnovers and some penalties and some things happen. And then the second quarter, 4 touchdowns, just like that. And we were having a good time up here.
It was bang, bang, bang.
This COVID crowd was rocking. And now the third quarter comes around. We have high expectations on some more fireworks, and it doesn't happen. So a little flat going into the fourth quarter, and we'll see now West really with their backs up against the wall. They're going to start on their own 4-yard line, it looks like. 96 yards to go. But it's 1st and 10. Mitchell Irwin actually under center. Old school football there. Hunter Brown over the right side with a lead block. He'll take it out to the 10-yard line.
Solid 5 yards out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I like that old school football, and every program, I know Willisburg, they're really good about running the T formation from time to time, just to keep people honest, and every once in a while you kind of have to get in there and show them something different, and a little smash mouth football for a couple of plays, and then get back to the wide outs. Just cross them up. Under center again, I formation, slot to the right side, hand off to Hunter Brown on the right side, and this time he's going to get upended there. That's number 62 for the Minford Falcons. And that's Tate Walker. The PA guy disagrees with me. He says Parker did it, but
well.
No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong.
Just, you know.
How about they both did it? We'll split the difference. They both got in there.
They're all in there.
They each grabbed a leg and said, make a wish.
There we go.
Back to the eye. Wide slot to the right side.
Pushing hard.
A handoff over the right side. And
probably up to the 9-yard line.
It looks to me like they're going to give them the first down, yeah. Both side judges, you could see that they were very close to the yard to gain there. So
move the sticks.
Yeah, got it by a foot or so. And, boy, I tell you what, they're even the crowd's kind of silenced a little bit right now. It's like, what just happened? We had all that going on, and now, I don't know. West running 3 plays there, picking up 3 or 4 yards each. Woody Hayes football, 3 yards in the cloud of dust, but not this time. And that's going to be number 63 for Minford, bringing him down. And that's going to be Hayden Henthorne.
Hayden Henthorne.
Okay, you know what? That time I am wrong. That was 67, Seth Simpson, that I saw bring him down. And what it is those shirts are bunching up. So a 7 kind of looks like a 3 from here in the front.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Hey, I got to make my own excuses. You make up your own.
Okay.
Those are mine.
That was creative.
Thank you.
Here we go. Looking for it.
Mitchell
way out.
Irwin.
Oh!
And Parker with a better chance at it there.
Man.
Reaching out with his left hand, not able to bring that in. And now 3rd and long as West started out this drive with a whole lot of running between the tackles and just nickel and diamond. And now they've come up empty on a couple of pass plays, And now you've got 3rd and long. You can't nickel and dime here. They're going to have to throw the football.
3rd and 10 on the 15.
They did throw the screen earlier in the game, so you could see something like that. Diamante Skaggs at the bottom of your screen. Motion.
Oh.
And looking over the middle there, I think he had his receiver there open, and that was Skaggs. But threw it too low, so 4th and 10. West has no choice but to punt this thing out of there. So with 9:21 to go, Minford's going to get the ball back, and most likely with good field position. You've got one returner back there, that's Reisner, on the West 46-yard line. Skaggs is set up at the 41.
Well, I get the feeling the Falcons want this.
Great field position as they're both now set up at the 46. Let's see if they can get a good punt here.
It's high.
They kicked it out of bounds and incredibly short.
Wow.
About a 20-yard punt is all they got there.
Falcons are going to get great field
backing
position
it up, 17-yard punt.
Whew.
A 17-yard punt, so that's tough.
Yeah.
So, yep, the Senators have really set Minford up here for success. 1st and 10 to go, a whole lot of clock on their side, and a 7-point lead. Timmy Walk at the bottom of your screen, that's number 3 pointing at you.
There we go.
2 receiver side on the left set. That's Pika to the right of Vogelsong Lewis. Now Reisner in motion. Fakes
right
it
up
to
the
him.
middle.
Quarterback counter to the other
Look
side.
at him go.
And look at the stiff arm getting off of Hunter Brown, but Hunter Brown's going to stay with it and ride him out of bounds to the 20.
Looks like he may have gotten the first out of that.
Yep, absolutely. About a 13-yard gain there.
He's fun to watch, isn't he?
He is. He's fast. And I tell you what, you can't underestimate a good stiff arm.
No.
You don't let a defender get to your body, he can't tackle you.
That's true.
Parker, number 15 there, visibly limping with his left leg. It looks like he's favoring that. And he's got one sock up and one sock down. Is that, is there a reason for that? Does he have an injury there?
I don't know.
Yeah. He's in the slot. And interception! Big pick there.
Whoa!
As Vogelsong Lewis tries to get it out there to Drew Skaggs. And
honestly, that was just the timing.
Yeah.
You know?
Who's the number on that guy?
15? Was that what it was? No, it wasn't 15. 54? Was it 54?
No, it was a teen. It was a teen.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure who was covering there, but stepped in front of that.
Wow.
'18 is Jeffrey Bishop, but I think it might have been 19, Brandon Potter. Big play there because Minford could certainly have taken that in.
Uh-oh.
Irwin rolling out and coming back to the ball. Talk about Luke Bradford. Nice catch there on the sideline.
So the Senators get to move the stakes after all.
What? You know what? I'm kind of excited about this.
I know.
I thought Minford's going to go up 2 scores and salt this game away, and we're kind of done for the evening. And now I'm thinking, shoot, West has a tremendous opportunity here.
They sure do.
And moves the sticks on the very first play.
Yeah.
Now the handoff, jet sweep as he tries to get the sideline. He's not going to get there, and Reisner does a tremendous job.
Sure does.
Nice rugby tackle there. Just made sure he had a hold of the young man. That's 18, Jeffrey Bishop, the freshman. He loses 4 there. 2nd and 14 now.
The Falcons doing a good job of hanging on to these guys some, you know?
I think our director's having some issue with the vibration.
Really?
We've got some fans. There's not a lot of them here, but the COVID count 15%. They're on their feet,
They are
stomping their feet.
They're excited.
And they're making this whole thing shake. So
Right
if
up
you're
the
seeing
middle,
some
but stopped
Hunter
cold.
Brown stop there, he'll pick up 1. So if you're seeing a little bit of shakiness on the screen, that's the Minford fans.
3rd and 13. As the Senators, again, I mean, have to make something happen. I mean, do they want this to be 2 times in a row they were stopped? You know?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't think so. So Horner, Weghorst, Roden, Tilley, Myers, those big blocks up front. They got to get it done right here. 3rd and long, giving Irwin some time.
Looking for somebody to connect with.
He's got to go to his left, throws across his body.
Oh,
and ill-advised pass. That's Reisner, who gets taken out of bounds.
That's 7.
Inside the 40. A little extracurricular there. It's a late sling and no flag.
Wow. Man.
He got a late sling out of bounds there. No flag on the call, but Minford certainly overlooking that. Happy to have the ball back. Whew. And just an ill-advised pass, rolling to his left, having to throw across his body, and that ball just had too much air on it.
It did. It did. 6:51, still anybody's ball game.
Going back and forth. I can't believe they haven't scored second half.
I know.
Can't believe this.
This is crazy.
Gee whiz.
I mean, there's a shootout there in the second quarter.
Yeah, and who would think that there's no score, but it's exciting?
Oh, yeah.
But it has been exciting.
So what do we got?
So a few picks here and there.
Looking. Uh-oh.
Off the helmet of Reisner, and it hit the ground. Man, that was a catch that almost was. That would have been something.
Whew.
That would have been something. He didn't argue it, so apparently he's right.
That was Brandon Potter.
Yep. Mr. Potter.
You know, he would have been happy.
Mr. Potter's from It's a Wonderful Life.
That's right. I see you there, Mr. Potter.
You're like a spider.
Spinning your little webs.
Well, I won't do it. Vogelsong Lewis going deep. One-on-one. Reisner inside position.
Man.
Are they going to give him credit for it? Yes, they do. He juggled that as he was coming down. The ball, I believe, touched the ground, but I think he had possession of it before it did. So complete pass there. Big play from Vogelsong Lewis to who else? Matthew Reisner.
So that makes it 3rd and goal, or 4th and goal.
1st and goal to go from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, 4 yards.
And the clock just continues to melt. Under 6.5 to go now.
This could almost nail it up.
3 receivers left side. Reisner by himself down here, double covered. Looking over the middle of the field, Timmy Walk, both feet in, and they're good. Timmy Walk with the touchdown.
That's it.
And that could put this whole thing to bed.
It sure could, Jay.
And Minford fans seem
I really want us to invest in a zone cowbell. We don't have one of those.
Yeah?
You know?
Well, did you see the cowbell in the end zone? No. Can we get a shot of the cowbell in the end zone?
That's it. Hey, Anissa, get us a shot of the cowbell in the end zone after this play.
They are known for their cowbell out here.
The cowbell in the end zone after this play.
She says questioningly.
Boom.
And the extra point by Reisner is good. Yeah, it's right down there that says Big Red.
Yeah, see the big thing right
to
there
the left of the scoreboard. How about we get it when we come back? We'll break for commercial, and with that score, 28-14.
She don't want to play our game.
We'll be right back.
Painting today is no longer about being a darker shade for an upcoming event. It's about how finding the right shade can spark something on the inside. It's about a personal glow that reflects a more positive outlook and being comfortable in your own skin. Because in the end, regardless of anyone else's opinion, when you like how you look, you feel better about a lot of things. Sunspot Tanning Salons. Find your favorite shade of you.
watching Zone Sports.
Yes.
Game on.
And we're back, and there is the big red Minford cowbell.
There's the cowbell. They're known for the cowbell out here. You hear a lot of them.
That's it.
Williamsburg has their gallon shakers. Minford has their cowbells.
Oh, here we go.
Reception down on the left side with this kick return. He steps out of bounds right at the 46-yard line, if I'm correct. They're going to call it 49. And that's why I wear glasses. Big return there. That's number 12, Ashton Kleiber.
So 6 minutes left, up by double the score. The Falcons are, but
I mean, they're still
not
time.
over for the Senators.
Yeah, there's still time. There's 6:03 remaining.
That's it.
They've got to score fairly quick, take a couple of minutes off the clock, and get the ball back.
Right.
That's the more imposing problem, getting the ball back from Minford.
Yeah.
Left side, and that pass is a little bit short. This second half, Mitchell Irwin's just been a little bit off the mark, hasn't he? He looked very sharp the first half, and this half he's coming up short a lot. Part of that might be that Minford's sending some linebackers, maybe blitzing a little bit more than they did the first half, trying to apply some pressure. He doesn't have the time that he had the first half, that's for sure. Stepping up in the pocket.
Looking.
Still able to throw a pass, and that pass is incomplete to the tight end, and that's Andrew Jones. So nothing there, third and long, and now we hear another type of bell. Ask not for whom the bell tolls.
It tolls for thee.
It does.
That means it's third and long. That's what that means.
Third and something, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So 3rd and 10, Mitchell Irwin, he seems a little confused about this. Now looking at his play list on his wrist, big play. They got to have it. Rolling to his right, stepping up, and again, same receiver.
But
this time he catches it, and it will be a first down. That's a big play right there. They had to keep this drive alive.
They've got to do anything to keep their drives alive, you know?
To have any chance at this game at all, they had to keep this drive alive. Now, I want you to keep this in mind. You know, Williamsburg's usually the king in the SOC. Waverly's been very good. Waverly had West beat 49-0 in the first half.
That's crazy.
That's how good
Big
that
old pass.
And almost intercepted by Reisner, and that probably would have
nailed it up.
Called it a day. Yeah, Waverly apparently was ahead 42-0 against West this year.
Wow.
And was still throwing with a minute and a half to go, trying to get another one on the board.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that's amazing. And the final score was 49-13, so they didn't score the second half. My guess is they just went JV the whole second half.
Wow.
49-0.
We haven't seen a Waverly team like that in a while.
Man, they must be loaded.
They must be.
Irwin looking over the middle, and
there it is.
And again, Reisner slipping a tackle there, still loose, getting to the sideline, and he will go down. That's going to be the 47-yard line, and Minford Falcons have possession of the ball, 2-touchdown lead. This could be all she wrote.
This could be.
Do we have any sponsors?
Oh, we got all kinds of sponsors.
We got all kinds of sponsors, don't we?
Yeah.
Got all kinds of folks out there besides McDonald's Sweet Tea.
Da-da-da-da, Sweet Tea.
I am loving that.
Dude, I love Sweet Tea.
Good thing there's not a McDonald's between here and home.
There is always a McDonald's on the way.
I'll be picking that up and everything else. So Minford takes possession here at the 47-yard line. Vogelsong Lewis. That's with Pika behind him. He's going to keep it, counter the other way, and first base or second base slide into there. Again, a baseball player.
All right, a few sponsors on tonight's ball game. We want to thank AJ's Auto Sales out on the west side with Arky and the gang.
Mm-hmm.
Also want to thank Pendleton Collision.
There was a flag on the play. False start, Minford.
Oh, they're going to have to go back.
Oh, they are. Want to thank Harris Floor Covering for their sponsorship tonight, as well as Quality Heating and Air and Tires R Us. Also, the Big Red Barn Halloween Store and Haunted House right there across the Greenup Bridge. Also supporting us tonight and bringing the game out to you, Minford TV and Falcon One, long-term supporters, as well as the Haunted Asylum there in Greenup. Staker Sales and Service, as well as Wagner Rental. Bob and Floyd Tire Sales, Gaddy's Pizza, and Rallies. We also want to thank the Atomic Credit Union and Barron Murphy Insurance, both longtime sponsors. Hope Source Treatment Center, the Portsmouth Cinema 8, and the Portsmouth Public Library. That's a little slide there, wasn't it?
Same play other side, just not as successful. We picked up 5 instead of 10.
Yep.
So after the penalty, they're going to be just inside, about 2nd and 9 now.
See if we can get through a few more of these. The Wheelersburg Cinema, the UPS Store, Tri-State Security, Sunspot Tanning there in Portsmouth, the Southern Ohio Medical Center, Smith Drugs down on 2nd Street, longtime supporters of the area youth, Shawnee State University, the Sauter County Career and Technical Center, and big thanks out to Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, Scott and the gang out there as they help bring all these.
Same play 3 times in a row there. Just a counter to the left side with the quarterback keep.
Yep.
And let Vogelsong Lewis shake a tackler and get the first down.
That's it.
Nothing complicated.
So Roger W. Davis Funeral Home out there on the west side. Great group of people and always big supporters of the area youth. Also want to thank the Powell Insurance Agency, the Portsmouth Public Library, the Desco Federal Credit Union. Going to thank the Real Estate Gallery there, as they're always with us for the national anthem. Donnie Martin Heating and Cooling, Portsmouth Block, Monroe's Collision, and Toro Loco.
This
Here
time,
we go.
He ended up the middle.
He
This will
is
be
just-
Pika.
he's gone.
And he's in. The freshman, wow, looking pretty fresh there, man.
He had some speed.
Right up the middle.
He sure had some speed.
And those linebackers are busting to the outside looking for Vogelsong Lewis to run that same play. And this time they took themselves out of the play. And Jeff Pika goes to the house.
Well, he did. That was awesome.
About a 35-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
And now 34-14, awaiting the kick with Reisner.
Shoot, yeah.
And it is good.
There we go. 35-14 is your new score as the Falcons are running away with this. 3 minutes left to go in this game. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back with all the action right after this.
Yes.
Telephone and TV, real people who love this community. They're your one-stop shop on that. You can bet they bundle TV, phone, and high-speed internet. Affordability, dependability. Just try and you will see the local choice, the best choice. Minford Telephone and TV. The local choice, the best choice. Minford Telephone and TV.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we are back. Thanks for hanging out with us all evening. We enjoy your company. We hope you come out with us every week. Tonight's game has been an awesome game.
It sure has. Nice little run there back by Brandon Anderson.
Sure was.
5'7" sophomore. He digs his way out to the 45-yard line.
Brandon Anderson with the return. Knocked down by number 52, Kobe Wallett. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately
52 on the tackle there, Cubby Wallett.
at the facility as
5'11" junior. Great special teams play there. And West starting with great field position. Siswin motion. And now Irwin rolling to the right side. Nobody there to defend it. Minford in prevent defense. And that's going to be Luke Bradford getting the pass and ducking out of bounds, stopping the clock at 2:50. Skaggs going to be on the stop, and it's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, they might pull off a touchdown, but I think they're out of reach for anything more.
Tell you what, the matchup of the day down here has been Drew Skaggs and Luke Bradford down here at the bottom of your screen.
Sure has.
And that's who Irwin's looking for, and that was going to get picked off. Colin Parker stepping in that passing zone.
Sure was.
And able to knock it down. Had a chance to actually pick that one off, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Also sponsored tonight was Oak Tree Construction. If you're looking for siding work, roofing, cement, any general contracting.
Babysitting.
That's good. That's good. Probably babysitting too.
Maybe. Call them up. You never know.
Yeah, been in business for over 20 years. Licensed, bonded, and they can also get you financed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for your housework.
That's a big, big deal right there.
You know, it really is.
That's a huge deal.
You think about that. I mean, there's a lot of people who want stuff done that would improve the value of the house and everything else.
And just can't afford a chunk.
Exactly.
Payment.
You know? So yeah, they can work with you and work with you and getting you financed and things like that to make your house and living situation better.
Super important. Go see those guys.
That's it. Oak Tree Construction.
That was Bradford with the reception over the middle. And wow, what a good job Irwin did to get away from that. And Bradford catching the ball again. I think he caught it 3 times on that one. Caught it, lost it,
caught it,
bounced it, caught it again inside the 15. And West poised to score here, but with just 2 minutes to go as we come up on that mark, they've just run out of time tonight.
They sure have.
Hunter Brown at the tailback. He's going to slide out there to the flats. Another interception, and that's Drew Skaggs.
Wow.
That was just an easy play right there. He was standing right there in the middle of it, and as soon as that ball was thrown, all he had to do was step in the way of it. Simple catch there. So picked by the Falcons and Drew Skaggs, and what a game he's had today, huh?
He sure has. Mr. Peak has had an incredible game as a freshman.
He has as a freshman. He had a big long run there, and he had quite a few good runs. He probably has, I'm going to guess, around 70 yards rushing. 35 of it coming on one play.
Oh, yeah.
But, that's pretty good for a young man.
Sure.
Starting out. And I bet he becomes a coach someday.
Yeah, he probably
His grandpa was.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame coach.
Wow.
Well, that was Johnson, my bad. Ben Johnson's dad.
Oh, that's right. You talked about that
my
earlier.
story right.
1:42 left to go in this ball game. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break and come back right after this.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance. Powell Insurance Agency in New Boston is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
There we go.
Show us that cowbell.
Look at that.
Tell you what, Minford Falcons, they're known for their cowbells out here.
They
and,
sure are.
That's a big one right there.
That's a huge cowbell.
That's a big cowbell.
I want to see the cow that goes on. Thank you for showing us that.
So run over the right side, and that ball looked like that came out. It looks like Minford will retain possession there.
Recovered by number 58, Hunter Pendleton.
So Hunter Pendleton will recover the fumble there, and we get a timeout now for West as they juice the remaining timeout that they have. I believe that's the last one.
Good.
We'll see.
Okay.
With 1:33 to go and down 3 touchdowns. Not a whole lot of hope for the visiting Senators at this point, but I'll tell you what.
Not really.
They fought hard. And
dude, this was a great game.
Yeah, that second quarter was pretty special for them.
Yeah. I mean, this has really been a great game to watch tonight.
You know, Minford had quite a few interceptions there that put them in position to make scores.
Yep. And honestly, I didn't think it would go this way.
Mm.
You know, I mean, in the beginning, I mean, the Senators were really just pounding through the line. You know.
Well, we talked about last year. I mean, it was a debacle out west.
Yeah.
You know, Minford made pretty short order of it, and were able to really, put up a big score. So I kind of thought, wow, Minford still has some big weapons out here. West graduated a lot of those kids that they had, and so I didn't give West a whole lot of a chance. And then the first half, they came in there, did what they did, down 21-14 at halftime. I thought, shoot, this is going to be a good game. And the third quarter, nobody scored.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we're kind of doing the rundown here at the end of the game, but nobody scored in third quarter. Still had a chance, and then Minford opened it up.
Yeah.
So 2 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter for the Falcons as they discuss it down there. But yep, the Cowbells got a big one down there in the end zone, and this young man up here in the stands,
that's a pretty impressive cowbell.
Yeah.
Where do where do you get a cowbell like that?
I bet he knows.
I'm just wondering, is that a purchase at Rural King?
I don't know. But he had the M
Supply?
on there and all that.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was,
he's
that was
engraved
designed.
and everything. I liked it. It was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering, where do you get that?
Yeah. Reisner punts from his end zone, and a blocked punt here would help him a lot.
Yeah,
that's a low line drive, and 18 is going to pick it up there, running the other way. Jeffrey Bishop, he gets handled there at the 35-yard line, and with 1:17 to go, down 21 points. Pika on the tackle.
Yep.
West will take over right there on seemingly their last possession of the game. Band did a good job at halftime.
Yeah, oh yeah, they did.
Just kind of thinking about how this game kind of played through. They sounded very good.
Mm-hmm.
They're down there with their spacing in the end zone. They brought their chair and music sheets with them and such.
Yep.
Pass out here to the left side again to Bradford.
Bradford with the reception. Finally stopped by number 11, Drew Skaggs.
Skaggs on the tackle, and that, like I said before, that was kind of the matchup to watch tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Skaggs and Bradford over here. It's been very entertaining. Irwin again, looking straight at Bradford. Just wanting to get it to him. Throws it up for grabs up in the end zone, and that's going to go incomplete as Bradford awaited it there in the end zone with Diamante Skaggs. Timmy Walk knocks it down. Walk's got the hops. If you remember, Timmy Walk was the one that had the touchdown last year at West in the end zone and really climbed the ladder to bring it down.
I'll tell you, your eyes may be going, but your memory's not.
What was your name?
I said, your eyes may be going, but your memory's not.
And the snap, too. Irwin stepping up. And he's going to get caught from behind. Nothing doing there as Eli Kahn brings him down.
Wow. And the clock's ticking away. 30 seconds left in this ball game.
Tick, 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 tick. Right at 20, Irwin. And passes just a little bit behind the receiver, and that's going to go incomplete as well.
Pass intended for Sissel, incomplete. Defended nicely by Colin Parker.
I always wonder about that.
Mm.
Well, you know, somebody in the box always says pass intended for. How do you know who it's intended for?
Well, in that case, you know, it was.
How do they know
it
which
was
way
right
we're
at
going?
Hell, I know where we're going.
That's it.
Back to planes, trains, and automobiles. Oh, they must be drunk.
Oh, that's it.
God, I'm gonna have to go home and watch it.
I
now.
am too, man. I love that movie.
Again to the end zone.
Oh, picked
And
off.
Timmy Walk going to high point that one and bring it down for the interception. And that'll do it for good. 8.5 to go. And the Falcons will go out here and just kneel this thing out.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a flag. Hold on.
What? A flag?
What now? What now, brown cow?
That's it. Where's the bell?
Where's the bell?
It's a baby bell.
That's cheese.
It is cheese.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
They dip it in wax. Isn't that fancy?
Kind of is, unless you eat some of the wax. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah, when we were a kid, I mean, that was a big thing. Remember those wax things?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah. What they were called? Nippets? Do you remember the
Oh,
Nippets?
yeah.
They had like
The bottle
little
caps?
embalming fluid that flavored different
bottles?
flavors or whatever.
Yeah. Embalming
Yeah.
fluid.
You'd rip off a little bit of it and drink the juice, which
Wrapped in-
tasted pretty good, and then you chewed on that wax for about an hour.
Yeah, and it came wrapped in a nice lead wrapper.
Mhm. Yeah. It was safe back in the day.
It was.
You know, it wasn't, but we didn't care. We didn't know it wasn't.
We didn't know.
You know, and we're fine.
So far.
Aren't we fine?
Yeah.
I'm fine. Got this nervous tick, but you know. All right, so that is the end of the game. As we step out of here, and Minford nips it 35-14 against West in this SOC division game. And Minford will improve to 2-1 overall, 1-1 in the conference. West will be 0-2 now in the conference, and 1-2 overall. As we go to commercial break, we'll come back in a moment.
Are you ready to get on the right path for your future? At Scioto County Career Technical Center, you will be, with exciting new options in advanced manufacturing, robotics, 3D design, CNC, PLC, and CAD. We are providing the tools to inspire the problem solvers of tomorrow. Create, design, automate, and model virtually anything from scratch. It's all waiting for you at Scioto County Career Technical Center. For more information, visit us online at sciototech.org.
Scioto Tech.
And we're back. Thanks for spending the evening with us. As Minford just defeated Portsmouth Senators at a score of 35-14. It's been an awesome game. Let's go ahead and do our McDonald's wrap-up here and talk about it, Jay.
Well, you know, we talked about earlier, you had the one score in the first quarter, and then both teams just had a heyday in the second quarter. We kind of thought the second half would open up with a lot of scoring, and it just didn't. Third quarter went by with no scores. And then Minford, after, like Andy said a little while ago, how many turnovers did we have in this game?
Yeah.
West just really handed it to Minford in great field position a few different times. But Timmy Walk scored a touchdown here in the fourth quarter with the touchdown reception on the end zone here at the west side of the stadium. And Jeffrey Pica, the freshman, ran it in from 35 yards out
awesome.
to end up the scoring 35-14.
That was
Hazel
cool.
Baker for West never missed an extra point, and neither did Matthew Reisner for the Falcons. So that pretty much winds up your 35-14 score tonight.
And you know what all that means?
What's that mean?
McDonald's has sweet tea for $1. $1.
Yes, they
any
do.
size. Large,
Yes, they do.
small, medium, you name it. $1.
You're loving it, aren't you?
Dude, I'm loving it.
You're loving it.
I'm telling you, I'm all about sweet tea.
Okay.
And honestly, I really think
I think he
McDonald's
gets a
for being
quarter
big-
for every one of these cups that they sell.
I'm telling you, insulated cups.
Chuck's on the
They're doing billboards about
Chuck's
it.
on the take.
You know, that's it.
Oh, man.
No. Honestly, McDonald's has been a big supporter with us over the years, and I like to talk about them as much as I can because
Absolutely.
they do support the area so much and have for so many years.
Mhm.
So I joke about sweet tea a lot, but we really do appreciate
Absolutely.
McDonald's.
And it's good stuff.
It is.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It
Can't
is.
beat
And
it
he's
for a buck.
and he's pounding his forehead. he's like, man, Chuck's on the freaking sweet tea again. Oh gosh. All right. So moving
He wants
on.
to hurry home so he can watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles tonight.
That's it.
He's, he was probably 2 when it was made, so he's never seen it.
He was
Never
playing
heard
with
of
Tinker
it.
Toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So moving along, let's talk about some of our big plays of the game. Let's talk about our big collision
Some
of the game.
awards. Yeah. So the big collision of the game.
Monroe's Freeman collision. Collision of the game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's kind of twofold.
Mhm.
I'm going to give it to young Mr. Eli Kahn for the Minford Falcons. He was the one that this kid was hung out to dry out here. I think it was Bradford for West. One kid had him and spun him, and Kahn just smacked him.
Yes.
And kind of in a close second, West kind of put Eli or Vogelsong out of the game there for a little bit.
Yes.
That was a big hit too. But I got to give it to Kahn because he again did the same thing at the end of the game and really put somebody out. So Andy says he was 5, so correction, he wasn't 2, he was 5. I just had the number flipped. I was close. So Eli Kahn is the big collision of the game twice.
Right. I'm telling you, it was a good deal.
6'4", 230-pound junior. I wouldn't want to be hit by him.
No, definitely not. Moving along, let's talk about the Portsmouth block, big block of the game.
You know what? There was a lot of big blocks out there. And offensively, I felt like West moved the ball on the ground better than Minford did. Other than Vogelsong Lewis got a whole lot of those quarterback counters and picked up a lot of yardage there, but that's a lot of misdirection. West went old school, double tight, got an I formation here in the backfield and ran it at you. And so I feel like the West offensive line did a pretty good job for him up there, given that circumstance. And one of those key players, we talked about him earlier, he moved from fullback to a tackle position. And on defense, he also had a blocked pass at a pivotal moment in time, which put Minford in a position to punt the ball out of there instead of maintaining possession. So I'm going to give that block to Carl the Hammer Howard.
I love it. I love
for
that,
West.
The Hammer.
Yeah.
And finally, the Toro Loco player of the game.
Well, it's going to be 2 of them. And quite honestly, it could be 3.
It could.
Because I loved Drew Skaggs tonight.
Mhm.
He drew some tremendous defense out of Luke Bradford, the senior over there, one of the best corners in the county, and he made some hay today. He had quite a few good catches and just played a superb game with his feet, with the touchdown that he had there in the first quarter. He was fun to watch, and that was just a fun, dynamic part of the game. However, that probably a little bit better than that, a little bit higher than that. You got to go with Vogelsong Lewis.
He did.
And Matthew
job.
Reisner just sharing that. Matthew Reisner broke the record for receiving yards.
Tonight?
245 receiving yards against Washington Courthouse in the first week of the season, and he had 4 touchdowns in that game.
Man.
So he broke a record there. He played extremely well tonight on both sides of the ball. He had 2 interceptions tonight, maybe 3, 4, I don't know. They had 15. There were so many of them, but I feel like Reisner was just on top of everything. Did a good job of tackling. Once Hunter Brown got through the line of scrimmage to the second level, he's the guy making the tackle. And offensively, he had quite a few receptions and some good runs, from all over the field. They played him in split, they slotted him, they put him in the backfield. You never knew where he was, but you knew he could do some damage.
That's true.
So Reisner, you got to give him a tip of the hat. And, of course, Vogelsong Lewis, he also set a record for touchdowns with those 4 touchdown passes in week 1 against Washington Courthouse. Again, talk about he got an offer from Marshall, and most likely he's going to accept that offer to play baseball. And tonight he was really slinging it.
He was.
Rolling out to the left and just forcing the defense to react and then taking what they gave him. Did a super job. And at the end of the game, salting the game away, we saw 4 plays in a row there where they ran that little quarterback counter.
That's true.
And allowed him to get the first downs and run the clock, get the first downs, and be done with this game.
Yeah.
So both those guys kind of give them most valuable players.
That's it. Well, I tell you what, it's been an incredible game. SOC 2 game, league game. I mean, next week we'll be moving on. Don't know where we're going to be yet, so tune in at 7 o'clock on Saturday and watch whoever we pick that week.
Well, I bet they don't have as many cowbells.
Maybe not. Maybe so. You never know.
That's right.
Maybe so. All that being said, we want to thank the crew tonight, Andy Millay, Mary Millay, and Anissa Blankenship, as well as Jay Miller, for being with us. I'm Chuck Jones.
This is Jay Miller.
And we're out of here.